if left untreated, they can turn into costly repairs. Your garage door works hard every day, and a little maintenance goes a long way. We fix garage doors fast with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. There's never a good time for your garage door to break, whether you're rushing to work or you're trying to get the kids to school. We know how much you rely on your garage door. That's why we offer same-day repairs, because life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Over 90,000 five-star reviews don't happen by accident. They happen by putting people first. Fixing your garage door is what we do, but making your life easier and your home safer is why we do it. Families trust us because we deliver, and we'd be honored to earn your trust too. From repairs to upgrades, call Don's Garage Door Service today.
Dan Jacobs with 303 Law 4040. With just a friendly tip here, I like to remind people that they never want to be gambling that the person that hits them has good insurance. So I want you to take a look at your insurance policies. Check and make sure that you have two things. One's called MedPay coverage. You want to make sure you have that. And then also UM/UIM coverage. This will protect you in case you get into an accident and the person that hits you doesn't have good insurance. If you have any questions, just give me a call. 303 Law 4040. That's 303 Law 4040.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Or are they promising you up to 10% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you have a plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Call Trajan today, 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Annuities, not advisory products. DBA Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions. Additional disclosures at trajanwealth.com.
Black Friday is going on now at every AutoNation store. Hurry in and save for a limited time. Buy with zero down. Plus, make no payments till next year. Shop new and used cars, trucks, SUVs, even top luxury models. Drive with zero down. Plus, no payments till next year. Save your cash for the holidays. Go to your nearest AutoNation store now.
Limited term financing on approved credit. 90-day deferred payment. Interest accrues from date of purchase. See store for details.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or play. Stop, opt out. Terms and conditions apply to the earnings promotion.
Do you have caregiving experience as a parent, teacher, nanny, coach, or in another similar role? Hop Skip Drive is looking for experienced caregivers who want to help students in their community by driving them to and from school. Earn up to $50 per ride with Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion, all while helping your community. If you have your own vehicle that is no more than 10 years old, a clean driving record, and at least 5 years of caregiving experience, you could become a Hop Skip Drive care driver. Just text STUDENT to 323232 to get started right now. Hop Skip Drive gives you the flexibility to set your own schedule and earn competitive pay. It's simple. Drive in your free time and make a real difference for students right in your neighborhood. Don't wait. Text STUDENT to 323232 right now. Text STUDENT to 323232 and start earning up to $50 per ride during Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion period. That's STUDENT to 323232. Text STUDENT to 323232 now.
Joel Klatt, the nation's leading voice in college football, joins Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth every Wednesday morning. Presented by Groove Toyota. Here we go. Tune in at 8:10 for exclusive insight, bold analysis, and maybe just a hint of shenanigans. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Smith in the pocket, waiting, looking, hit from behind. Down he goes at the 43-yard line. Zach Allen, no stranger to sacks, no stranger to quarterback pressures, puts him down. Mostert in the backfield. And away they go, and Smith's going to get sacked. Worst of all outcomes for the Raiders. Hufanga comes in, blitzes, sacks a 3rd and 12. There's another one. right on cue. Nick Bonito. They come at you from every direction. 9 sacks now for Bonito. 4th down. Oh, look out. Tackle made in the backfield that time. Nick Bonito on Brock Bowers. That didn't fool anybody. Smith. Down he goes at the 32-yard line. That pressure again. Allen and Bonito converge. The Raiders now on a 1st down with Smith over the middle. In the air, deflected and intercepted. And into Raider territory comes Andre Tillman.
Just a dominating performance by the Broncos defense last night. And yes, I know that most of you here on a Bronco Reaction Friday, Mark Schlereth joining us live from Carolina, calling Panthers and Saints. He's with us till 8 o'clock this morning. But most of you want to just bitterly complain about the offense. Can't blame you, but it would be a disservice to not mention and not highlight what this defense did. Yeah, it's the Raiders, but still a level of dominance that just, continues to amaze. They held the Raiders to just 188 yards of total offense, 6 more sacks as they continue on just an obscene pace when it comes to sacking the quarterback. And check this out, guys. Stoke, the Raiders attempted 27 passes. There were 22 quarterback pressures. 22 of the 27 dropbacks were quarterback pressures. 22 QB pressures, 11 QB hits, 6 sacks, and 1 interception.
Look, if you're Geno Smith, it's hard to have success when you're getting that much pressure and you're getting hit that many times. It's just hard to do.
So we saw it. He was battered.
Exactly.
By the end of that game.
So great job by this defense. It continues to shine. This is what I expected right here. This type of performance from this defense. They went out. A couple great additions, Greenlaw, Hufanga, and these other guys are just continuing to build off of what we saw last year. So I know the offense was terrible, but you want to talk about a recipe for doing something special, and we've seen it here. Have a great defense and be a competent offense. Just got to get the offense playing a little bit better, and they still have time. Last night, we all know it wasn't good enough. It was terrible, but, got a lot of football left to be played here. This defense keeps playing this way, this team could do something special.
What do we talk about being the key to shutting down Brock Bowers? Pressure, getting after the quarterback, sacking the quarterback, not allowing coverage through pressure. Brock Bowers got loose one time, had 1 catch for 31 yards on 3 targets? Dude, that dude is special. Special. And for our defense to shut that down, to shut that aspect of their offense down, say you ain't getting a sniff. That's impressive, man. Their ability to come in waves. And the cool thing about the Broncos defense is it's every guy. It's Cooper. It's Allen. It's Bonito. It's every guy on that defense.
You need me to get the roster for you?
No. I got them all right.
Okay.
What's the other guy? The big guy's name inside that keeps putting pressure on people?
Myers? John Franklin Myers?
Yeah, Franklin Myers. That's what I was looking for.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hufanga?
No, I don't need it. No, Hufanga he's a safety. I know he got a sack, but I was just kind of going to different D linemen.
I got you.
Don't try to read my mind. Don't try to read my mind. Just because
it's pretty much a blank canvas.
Yeah. You know what you're going to find? You're going to find nothing. That's what you're going to find.
If I'm reading your mind, I'm hoping for a lot of pop-up pictures. The defense was all over. And you guys are absolutely right about what they did with Brock Bowers. Think about it. For so long, we have just watched opposing tight ends come in here and just torment the Broncos. They've never had an answer, but yet in back-to-back weeks, guys, Jake Ferguson, who was, the hottest tight end in the NFL coming into the game against the Broncos. Of course, Brock Bowers, who had a monster game last year, they effectively shut them both out.
No, they really did.
All of a sudden, we can cover tight ends?
I know. Well, what's going on here? Except for the Giants game. Right. Don't forget about the Giants game where we had but that was just blown coverages. We just blew some coverages there. But, man, it's been great. Nice pick, by the way, Brock Bowers for you. How did that do for you?
Yeah,
First overall pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you lost this week.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good.
You are feeling
I
good?
love
the Raiders. Well, I'm going to enjoy my breakfast courtesy of you for the next 2 weeks, though.
Wait. Did you had somebody that produced? I mean, that offense,
Yeah.
both offenses were awful.
I had the only people that produced.
You had the Broncos defense.
I had Troy Franklin, I had Bo Nix, and I had Genty.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the only people that produced right there. That's the only
Plus,
scores.
you get credit for the special teams block and that kind of stuff too.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the breakfast the next 2 weeks. Though.
Yeah, you
Next
should.
2
You
weeks.
should.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to make myself feel better.
All right.
No, but look, tight ends. I mean, how about that? And Mark was spot on yesterday, talking about how do you cover Brock Bowers, right? You got to mix things up and do some things differently, especially without Pat Surtain. And how do you do it? You got to get pressure on Geno Smith. Get pressure on him. Hit him. Make him uncomfortable. And that's what they did. Great job. I mean, one catch a week after having double-digit catches? Unbelievable job.
Well, if I was Bo Nix or anybody on that offense yesterday, or Sean Payton or any of the offensive coaches, I would make sure that I am giving hugs, pats on the back, setting up steak dinners, whatever the defensive guys want.
Yeah, those guys get after the passer. Those guys do a good job of rushing. They stay in their lanes. It's kind of rushing by committee. You never know who's going to get a sack. There's plenty of guys up there that have good moves, have good pass rush, and can get to the quarterback. And I think they just do a good job of getting to third and long. When you know a defense is about to pass it, they're able to tee off a little bit. But they just do a good job. They get after it, all of them, whether it's 4 or 5 guys up front rushing or whether it's somebody from the back end that rushes. They do a good job getting the quarterback. They find the ball, and they're playing it really well.
Well, thank you, defense. Thank you. And thank you, special teams.
Well,
boy, was it nice to finally see a big play on special teams after watching our punter.
I mean, like me.
You look like you with 9 irons from about 148 in.
At the golf.
Shanks?
Yeah. I mean,
the Shanks.
Hazel Rockets. What are we doing?
Off the side of his foot.
What are we doing?
Off the side of his foot.
Got to clean that stuff up. But you're right. I mean, did get a punt block, which was very nice. And, they missed a field goal. We converted. They missed a field goal. So you still have stuff to clean up there in special teams. But, offensively, but defense was unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Again.
Thank you. If this defense, I mean, they're 8-2. If this defense wasn't playing at the level they're playing at, if they were just a normal defense, I mean, what is this team? 5-5?
4-6.
4-6?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Coming up next, 10 games in. Is this the way the offense is going to be all season, or is there still time for it to greatly improve? That, plus reaction to the Rockies Moneyball GM move. That's next.
The offense and special teams left a lot to be desired. But the Denver Broncos defense proved once again why they're one of the best units in the NFL. Will Vance Joseph's crew continue to anchor the team through a pivotal stretch of games coming up? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Hey, Stoke here. If you're like me, you know fall golf is hands down the best golf Colorado has to offer. The air is crisp, the courses are pure, and it's a perfect time to fine-tune your game before the season ends. I played 3 times this week. I'm telling you, golf right now is unbelievable. Next week's going to be great also. You want to know where the best place to get your game dialed in at? It's Embers Golf right in Westminster. And what I love about Embers Golf, it isn't your big box golf store. It's boutique style, family owned, and built for true golf enthusiasts. They're not just selling you golf clubs. They're crafting a full journey personalized to you. They got 2 private hitting bays, all the major brands, and this is what I love. They specialize in custom upgraded shafts that take your game to the next level. Trust me, I know. I got a full fitting driver, 3-wood, all my irons. I absolutely love my new clubs I got this year. You'll feel the difference. Seriously, there's nothing else like it around here. So before the snow hits, get yourself down in just like I did. And oh, by the way, go check out Embers Golf YouTube. No Shine and I took on Trevor and Tate over there at Perry Park, and we had so much fun. What a battle that was. Go check it out on YouTube. Embers Golf, where your golf journey begins.
I'm Katie LaSalle, 9 News Weather Impact Team forecaster, an outdoor enthusiast who loves to hike in Boulder County. I love preparing you for your day ahead. Whether it's tracking the frigid storm coming in or giving you the latest snow totals for your favorite mountain, we've got you covered. Your Weather Impact forecast should move as fast as you do, because weather never stops, and neither do we. Make the move to 9 News Mornings. Weekday mornings, live starting at 4:30, anywhere you watch.
I dared Archwell Health to keep track of my vitals and my grandkids' names.
I dared Archwell Health to simplify my prescriptions, so Max and I have more time to play. Good boy.
And I dared Archwell Health to be closer than my neighborhood coffee shop. Our members dared us to do more as a primary care provider for adults age 60 and up. So we made it our mission. Visit archwellhealth.com and become a member today. Archwell Health. We dare to care.
This is Hall of Famer Terrell Davis. During my playing days, I knew success came from hard work and a great team. The same is true in banking. That's why I trust Colorado Credit Union. They've got the tools to help you reach your financial goals, whether it's buying a home, growing your savings, or just making the right money moves. With Colorado Credit Union, you get exceptional service with personal touch. Ready to win with your finances? Visit ccu.org today or stop by any branch. Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank. Membership eligibility required. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach By here for 5280 Exteriors. Right now, they have a generous deal on windows. Receive $1,000 off every 10 windows you purchase. On top of that, they want to be a part of your Thanksgiving celebration. They will provide you with a $100 gift card to your local grocery store to contribute to your Thanksgiving festivities. Call 5280 Exteriors today to take advantage of this special November promotion. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Hi, I'm Terrell Davis, 2-time world champion and Pro Football Hall of Famer. There is nothing more important than your health. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. I have a true treadmill at home. It's the smoothest and quietest I've ever been on.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
Looking to sell your used Rolex watch? We buy and sell pre-owned Rolex watches, all styles from old to new. Hi, I'm Scott Matthew with Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry. Bring in your Rolex watch and we will buy it on the spot. Matthews, located in Highlands Ranch, serving Colorado since 1951.
At Postman Law, we're not your typical injury firm. Our lawyers have won at the U.S. Supreme Court, gone head-to-head with giants like Uber and Amazon, and recovered billions for clients. When you've been injured, having the right lawyer matters. PostmanLaw.com. Others promise. Postman delivers.
Call 844-POSTMAN. Attorney advertising.
Don't let dirt, dust, and debris be the #1 cause of breakdowns. Fix It 24/7 gives you a complete top-to-bottom fall furnace tune-up for $39. Book now at FixMyHome.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. You're listening to Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth.
That improves the Broncos to a league best 8-2. They are the first team in the NFL to 8 wins. I know it doesn't feel like that. As reaction on the RamosLaw.com text line from Randy, we are the reverse Bengals. That's good. Ross in Loveland, this version of the Broncos is the worst 8-2 team I've ever seen. Bo's biggest problem is the guy calling the plays. A trick play on 3rd and 1. Are you kidding me? It was a brutal night for the offense, and nobody comes away unscathed. Sean was awful. Bo was awful. The offensive line with their penalties, awful. Receivers dropping balls, committing pass interference penalties, awful. Every part of this offense, I guess aside from J.K. Dobbins running the football, was awful. So my question then to you guys is this. You know how a season unfolds, how it develops, ebbs and flows, all of that. Stoke, 10 games in. Is this the way the offense is going to be all season?
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of what we saw in training camp. We talked a lot about it, and I didn't like what I saw in training camp. It was, one of the periods looked good, the other one looked terrible, right? And so it was an offense that has been really inconsistent, and that was throughout training camp, and that's what we've seen in the regular season. So is it going to change, and all of a sudden they're going to be this great offense? No. You just got to be competent. You got to find something that you do well and lean on it a little bit more. And if it's running the ball more, if it's, being more conservative or being more aggressive, whatever it is, you got to take this time in the next few days before you get back and get ready to go against Kansas City and figure out how you're going to approach the second half of the season here offensively. Whatever it may be, you got to get it dialed in because the defense is too great. You just got to be competent, Mark, offensively.
Yeah, I agree, Stoke. And I think one of the things, and you mentioned it in camp, and we talked about this in camp, when they were making some big plays in training camp and everybody got excited, and you and I were talking about the fact that every big play seems like it's off the second play. It's when things break down and they scramble around and they find somebody late, and, you can't live playing off schedule. And they were so off schedule last night. I mean, it's not that things aren't open. It's that Bo it's like he's not ready to throw it. And then he was rushed last night without the need for being rushed. Like, he felt like he was, he was completely rushed. Even when he was protected, he felt like, oh my gosh, I got to get this ball out. Oh my God. Like, he's been coached so much to get the ball out, that he is so ahead of the routes and the route combinations, and he looked shaken or rattled before he even threw it. And I'm with Stoke, man. Listen, if he can't get this done at this stage of his young career, then you better find something that you can do well, something that you can hang your hat on, something that you can believe in. Because right now, I mean, you're calling plays for the sake of calling plays to see if you can find anything that works. And that's a horrible way to be a coordinator, I believe. I think it's a horrible way as an offensive player to not have any idea what we're doing because nothing has worked. That's awful.
Do you look at this offense? Can you see anything, Stoke, that you think they can hang their hat on?
Well, the passing game is just terrible. What do you feel good about in the passing game? I don't feel good about anything in the passing game. So, I would just continue to try to lean on the run game and hopefully get the run game going and then do play-action passes off of that. But they don't do anything really good. The run game was okay. The passing game is just so bad. And, it's hard to be successful when you can't throw the football. Right? I mean, you need to be able to throw the football with some success. It feels like in today's NFL, unless you're a great running team, which they're not.
Stink, anything they can hang their hat on?
Well, listen, probably at this particular point in time, Mike, I am like Sean Payton. I don't know, because, you just keep calling things. There doesn't seem to be any one thing that you believe in, and that's because you're not executing anything. And so, we talk about the run game, but again, I don't know any one kind of concept that they can just live in and have great success with. So, no, at this point, I don't see anything that just gives me great faith that they could lean into this and this would be great for them.
Well, sticking with football, sort of, the Colorado Rockies, big search outside the organization to go get a new guy to run their organization, is a guy that they're bringing over from the Cleveland Browns, Paul DePodesta, best known. Take a shot every time you hear this morning somebody say, he was Jonah Hill in Moneyball. Oh my gosh, he's the guy. He was a general manager with the Dodgers for a couple years, parlaying the success he had with Billy Beane, Moneyball, Brad Pitt in Oakland. Flamed out after 2 years there, was fired, and then bounced around as kind of an assistant consultant with a couple of other teams. Then he was hired by the Browns. He's been with the Browns for the last 10 years. We know how that's worked out. So, Stoke, you're Dick Monfort's guy. I assume Walker Monfort's guy. Are you impressed by this hire?
Sure, I guess.
Sure.
I don't know. They got to be able to give them the resources to a certain degree to go out there and change this thing up. And it's just you got a long ways to go. Your farm system, minor leaguers, but hopefully you are bringing an outside guy. So that's a good thing, right? That's a positive. You're not just hiring from within, staying loyal. Right?
Boy.
And the
he's
Rockies,
just done such
with a tragic loss.
He's done such a stellar job in Cleveland over the last 10 years. I'm sure he'll take all that experience he got in Cleveland and parlay that into big things here in Denver, Colorado. He could be a plant.
You don't sound very excited, Mark.
Hey, listen, man, I don't know him. I know the track record in Cleveland. So, but I don't know him. So maybe he was good. I know he was a hot commodity at one point, right?
Well, yeah, coming off the success of being with the A's, and he did get that chance with the Dodgers, but that lasted 2 years. That was it. That's the extent. Other than that, he's moved around kind of as like a consultant. He's been in in charge of player development, that kind of thing. But in terms of just running the show, he did it for 2 years in L.A. and got fired. And now he's been with the Browns. And we all know what that looks like. I don't know. It's to me.
Would you rather that, or would you rather them hire?
Well, that's the thing. I'm underwhelmed by the hire, but I don't flat out hate the hire. So considering it's the Rockies, the fact that they hired somebody that is underwhelming, I guess for them that's a home run hire. Really.
Okay, what's worse? What's worse?
Really. That's, I guess.
Okay.
The bar is set so ridiculously low that I guess they found a way to, climb over it.
Okay,
barely. Lurch
Mike,
over
what
it.
What is worse? What is worse? This hire for the Rockies, based on the history of what's his name, DePodesta?
DePodesta. Yep.
DePodesta or the Broncos offense last night.
Oh. I'm actually more excited about DePodesta. The Fan Flyway is back thanks to 303 Law 4040. We're going to be sending one lucky listener and a guest to Phoenix in February for the biggest party in golf. This is not just some 4 rounds of golf that you're going to watch. This is a party. You get 2 tickets to Saturday's round at TPC Scottsdale. Round-trip airfare for 2 from Denver. 2 nights hotel stay. $500 spending money. For more information and to register, it's free, everybody. Just go to thefanflyway.com. Good news, if you've entered one of our previous Flyway contests, you're already registered for this one. Once you sign up for one Flyway, you're entered for all future Flyways. All right, let's go turn it over to you. Get your text, your YouTube comments. Bronco Reaction Friday on a Victory Friday? Next.
This Veterans Day, Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan needs your help as we look to give back to those who have served their country. Teaming up with Foundation Cadillac, Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is giving away 1 year of free oil changes to one of our state's many veterans. To nominate a current or former service member, head to denversports.com/veteran. That's denversports.com/veteran. To all our nation's veterans, we at Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan thank you for your service. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Well, as you put your football watch and tailgate party checklist together for the weekend, make sure, check, you have Daisy French Onion and Daisy Ranch dips. You'll want them to go along with your chips, veggies, wings, and other favorite snacks. Daisy dips are as delicious as a homemade dip, and they're made with real herbs and spices and other ingredients you'd find in Grandma's kitchen. For all your favorite sporting events and planning ahead to Thanksgiving, make sure you have Daisy French Onion and Daisy Ranch dips on hand, available at a grocery store near you.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
What is happening? Stoke here for my friends at Roller Auction, leader in Colorado auctions for over 40 years. What a week it was. Some unbelievable auctions that ended this week. Don't worry about it. Got some great ones that will be ending next week. All you got to do is go to rollerauction.com to get logged in, to get signed up. It's free. It's easy. It's open to the public. The best part about it is you're going to get some great deals on great, cool, unique items you're not going to find anywhere else. Next week, got a large selection of die-cast tractors and cars, automotive equipment, and so much more. It's got collective toys, automotive support equipment, a little bit of everything in this auction. Over 280 items in that. And then later in the week, ending Thursday, November 13th, got a Planet Open Box Factory Return Electronics, Furniture, and Exercise Equipment auction that will be ending. And this is what I love about Roller Auction, is always updating, adding new auctions every single week. Go see it all. You get yourself one of those great deals at rollerauction.com. That's rollerauction.com.
Wow, Leslie, your fireplace really sucks.
I beg your pardon?
Well, what I mean is your fireplace is literally sucking all the air out of your house and right up the chimney every time you burn it.
Well, what can I do about it?
Well, you could get a high-efficiency gas insert from Mendota. It keeps all the air you already paid the utility company to heat, and it returns up to 86% of the fire's heat back into your house.
I'd use my fireplace every chance I get if I could do that. Maybe my furnace wouldn't need to run so much.
Well, that's the whole point. Hi, this is Keith Lair with Lair Fireplace and Patio, along with my niece, Leslie, to tell you how a gas insert from Mendota will give you the incentive to use your fireplace again. Mendota gas fireplaces and inserts are made to crank out the heat with beauty and style.
Lair's is Denver's oldest, most trusted name in fireplaces. Family owned and operated since 1954.
We'll even give you a free in-home quote, including expert installation by our own certified in-house installers.
Find us on the web at lairfireplacepatio.com.
For top quality Mendota fireplaces and inserts, it's Lair Fireplace and Patio, Denver's fireplace experts.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. The Fed just dropped rates again, and that's really great news for American homeowners. If you're feeling overwhelmed, thinking about the upcoming holidays, there is no better time than now to get your finances in order. With rates dropping, now is the time to pay off that debt. American Financing is helping homeowners access the equity in their home for instant savings. They're saving people just like you an average of $800 a month, and many are seeing rates in the low fives. That's a game changer compared to those sky-high credit cards. And if you start today, you may be able to delay 2 mortgage payments. It costs absolutely nothing to find out how much you can save. The holidays are going to be here before you know it, so don't wait. Call their salary-based mortgage consultants today. American Financing can be reached at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000 or online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org. APR for rates in the 5s start at 6.196 for well-qualified buyers. Call 303-695-7000 for details about credit costs and terms.
Black Friday is going on now at every AutoNation store. Hurry in and save for a limited time. Buy with 0 down, plus make no payments till next year. Shop new and used cars, trucks, SUVs, even top luxury models. Drive with 0 down, plus no payments till next year. Save your cash for the holidays. Go to your nearest AutoNation store now.
Limited term financing on approved credit. 90-day deferred payment. Interest accrues from date of purchase. See store for details. Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/play.
Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Music history.
I've now baptized you in the glory of Led Zeppelin.
Brutal honesty.
Today's just been a bad day for you, Mike. I don't know how else to put it.
And some questionable taste.
I do not heat up leftovers.
Oh, my
I only eat
God.
leftovers cold.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Well, believe it or not, we are talking about another 7 in a row. Broncos win. Oh, it's amazing how, guys, you before a season begins, you just sit around, you casually toss out records and what you think a team's going to do and everything. And you don't always think about how it's going to look, right? But if I had told you back on the eve of this season, guys, I'm telling you, I've crystal balled it. They're going to be, after 10 games, they're going to be 8-2, riding a 7-game winning streak. There would be, first of all, you'd probably ask me to be drug tested. Secondly, they'd be like, that'd be awesome. That would be awesome.
How'd that work out?
But yeah, here we are sitting here the morning after like, bleh.
Not feeling good.
Not feeling good.
Which is kind of odd. But, yeah, the ultimate goal is to win, but you want your team to look good.
Style points?
No, you just want them to look competent, look good, play well.
Style points. That's the same thing.
That's not style points.
Style points is the same as looking good and winning.
And play well. And so when you watch what we watched last night offensively, it's just hard to think that you can do something great when your offense is that bad. It's just – It was so bad that, and the defense obviously is so good, but it's hard to think that you could go on some kind of great run if your offense doesn't get much better.
Yeah, it right now, I worry, like, this defense is so damn good, and I worry that they have a relapse like last year. Now, thankfully, we've got one more game. It's, 1 in 23 days or whatever, where they can get a little bit of a break. But this defense is so good, but there is that kind of quote-unquote battle of attrition. And when you go 3 and out every time you step on the field, like how many 3 and outs did they have last night? It was ridiculous. Every time you step on the field, man, I'm telling you, guys, that's going to come to rear its ugly head. And thank goodness for Dante Thornton. He got that holding call that was away from the play on a long Genty run. He got the pick play on a long pass that was put them right. I don't know if that one got called back a touchdown or I don't even remember.
Yes.
So because it was the Trey Tucker, right, the touchdown that he got called on the pick. Like you think about that, all of a sudden you're walking away from that game. And the Raiders beat you 21-10. If some of those penalties and some of those things that Thornton pulled out, you're fortunate, but it's gonna catch you. It's going to catch you, and it'll catch you before the season ends. Forget about the playoffs. It'll catch you before the season ends.
Let's get to some reaction here. RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. It's from Tom. A lot of bad decisions by Bo. He's short-arming a lot of short passes. It's like he's in the panic zone on those because he doesn't want to get hit. I still think there's something physically wrong with him from the end of last year. He just doesn't look like the same guy from last year. Well,
I mean, he doesn't look.
He didn't look hurt.
No, I just had a really bad night. So did most everyone else on the offensive side. I just look at it, try to take some positives away as far as you have a weekend off here, and hopefully this coaching staff can find something as we move forward that, this offense can all of a sudden, hang their hat on and rely on moving forward. I don't know what that's going to be, though. I don't know what you can do with this group right now. Certainly it's not a lot in the passing game. You're not just going to open it up and, you're going to just go no huddle, up-tempo, try that. Is that going to really help?
Well, you had 8 3-and-outs last night, so you run the risk if you go up-tempo that those 3-and-outs take about 32 seconds off the clock, and then your defense, to Mark's point about the war of attrition for your defense, is right back out there. Here's one for you, Stink, on the RamosLaw.com text line. I know Stink can't truly criticize Sean because he's an FOS, but let's all be honest, Sean is not the guy to develop a young quarterback. He's too rigid. If Bo was under Kyle Shanahan or Kevin O'Connell, Bo would be in a dramatically better position. It's not the play design, it's the rhythm of the play calling, the subs, the packages, the long play calls, the refusal to upgrade the offense at the trade deadline, and realizing Franklin at best is a number 3. You want to comment on that?
Well, I mean, I don't know, number 2, number 1, number 3, listen, when the offense isn't working, it's not Franklin's fault that you're not getting the ball out or that you're dirting the ball. That's not his fault. There's drops and everything else, and you got to clean those things up. And yeah, I mean, at this point, Sean's offense does look too rigid. It does look like Bo is not comprehending it all. And I know he's got high hopes, and he puts a lot on this offensive players, and he's got a lot of diversity within his offense. And like for the texture, we have consistently on this show, and I know you guys don't hear it because you don't want to hear it, but we have consistently on this show said Stoke has been all over the personnel packages, consistently on the personnel packages. Too many personnel packages, too many in and outs, too many whatever, and I have been consistently on the volume or the menu of runs. Like there's too much. Simple it down. So I don't know how much more we can do from being a critical standpoint. We're being fair and we're being honest, and that's a criticism of the offense. If you refuse to hear it because you're rusty, then that's not I can't do anything about that.
Yeah, I got a thought on, just kind of popped in my head on maybe what they could try to jumpstart this offense.
All right, we'll hear that coming up next.
In familiar fashion, Denver's defense held their own, while Sean Payton and Bo Nix found just enough to earn their first divisional win of the season. As the back half of the season begins, can the Broncos keep up their improbable winning ways? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What is happening, fellas? Stoke here from my friends at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Hopefully, your Friday is off to a great start. Should be a great weekend. But if you've been dealing with low T, you're probably not having a great day and probably not going to have a great weekend, right? Your energy level's low. You're not sleeping as well. Your sex drive is low. Unproductive workouts, brain fog. But fellas, I got a solution for you. That's Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Within just a few weeks, you'll feel your energy return. That brain fog, it'll go away. Your sleep will improve, as will your workout. And your sex drive will be significantly enhanced as well. Fellas, did you know early to your mid-30s you start losing 2 to 3% of your testosterone production every year? And it happens gradually. And before you know it, you just don't feel like the same person you did in your 20s or 30s. And here's the good news. It doesn't have to be that way. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, Jeff and his team, they can get you taken care of. They've served the Front Range of Colorado for nearly a decade, and they have successfully treated tens of thousands of men. Most men wait a year longer to get treated. Fellas, there's no need to wait. Stop procrastinating, take your health seriously, and reach out to my friends at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. They have 5 locations in Colorado to serve you. Fort Collins, North Denver, Central Denver, Castle Rock, new and approved office over there in Castle Rock and Colorado Springs. Call 720-440-7900. That's 720-440-7900, or you can find them online at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Progressive knows road trips without your pet can be tough.
Hi, this is Next Stop Dog Boarding.
Hi, it's Scott again. How's Squeaks doing? You can tell if he's stressed by his eyebrows. Oh, and his breathing should sound like this.
Scott, Squeaks is exactly the same as last time you called.
Okay, let's talk in 20 to see if anything's changed.
With Progressive, your pet is covered up to $1,000 in vet bills in case of a car accident. So next time, you can take your pet with you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states. Coverage for dogs and cats is included with the purchase of collision coverage and subject to policy terms.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Door Service. Most repairs are simple, but if left untreated, they can turn into costly repairs. Your garage door works hard every day, and a little maintenance goes a long way. We fix garage doors fast with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. Over 90,000 five-star reviews don't happen by accident. They happen by putting people first. Fixing your garage doors is what we do. From repairs to upgrades, call Don's Garage Door Service today.
Hellsberg gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for mom. A gold bracelet to match the rings Danielle wears every day. And for dad, a new watch, because we all know he needs one. All right, this is gonna be a good one.
Our favorite things for your favorite people. Shop in store at Hellsberg.com for up to 50% off.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity. Imagine all that could happen in 5 years. Jobs may change, kids are going to grow, new memes will come out, but also, what if you had reliable, intelligent Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years? Well, thanks to Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you actually don't have to worry about that part of your future. You're guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to your devices that need them the most, that finds and fixes any issues before you even notice them. It's like a super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from threats online. Plus, you get incredible gaming speeds on multiple devices with no one battling for bandwidth. For the next 5 years, all your devices are going to be working in perfect harmony, and you get our best equipment with no annual contracts, no fees, no strings attached. So even though your kids will grow up and you still won't understand what 6-7 means, your internet will stay sharp, reliable, and most importantly, the price will stay put. All with the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Select plans only.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or play stopped, opt out. Terms and conditions apply to the earnings promotion.
Do you have caregiving experience as a parent, teacher, nanny, coach, or in another similar role? Hop Skip Drive is looking for experienced caregivers who want to help students in their community by driving them to and from school. Earn up to $50 per ride with Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion, all while helping your community. If you have your own vehicle that is no more than 10 years old, a clean driving record, and at least 5 years of caregiving experience, you could become a Hop Skip Drive care driver. Just text STUDENT to 323232 to get started right now. Hop Skip Drive gives you the flexibility to set your own schedule and earn competitive pay. It's simple. Drive in your free time and make a real difference for students right in your neighborhood. Don't wait. Text STUDENT to 323232 right now. Text STUDENT to 323232 and start earning up to $50 per ride during Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion period. That's STUDENT to 323232. Text STUDENT to 323232 now.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Caffeine doesn't have to be bitter or boring anymore. 5-Hour Energy shots are bringing the flavor and energy. One of my personal favorites, strawberry banana. It's giving smoothie vibes in a compact caffeinated shot. Whether you like your energy sour, fruity, or tropical, with 17 flavors, there's something for everyone. And yeah, it's got as much caffeine as a 12-ounce cup of coffee, but with 0 sugar and no crash. Big flavor, tiny bottle, tasty caffeine done right. You can grab yours in-store or hit up 5hourenergy.com or order on Amazon today.
For victims of
drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call the 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You are listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Bold takes.
I would put my fajitas up against any Mexican restaurant.
Active listening.
You weren't listening to a word I just said.
Plus, a little number crunching.
What's 12 minus 1? 12 minus 11.
1.
This is why math confuses me.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, happy Friday, everybody. Yes, it is a happy Friday. It is a Broncos victory Friday. Yes, the Denver Broncos, it looked awful last night on the offense, but guess what? It looked flat out beautiful and exciting on the defense, and right now the Broncos are 8-2 with the best record in the NFL. So try to remember this as we slog through what was last night's game. And, we've seen some bad Thursday night football games before. Put this one up on the Mount Rushmore of bad Thursday night football. The two teams, guys, combined for 13 3-and-outs, 15 punts, 3 interceptions, 2 missed field goals, a blocked punt, 8 sacks. More than half of the Raiders' drives didn't go further than 2 yards.
Wow.
And fortunately, when it was all said and done, the Broncos did come up on the winning side of things, 10-7. We got Mark Schlereth down in Carolina. He's going to be calling the Panthers and the Saints this weekend for Fox. I got Stoke next to me. I got Johnny Fever and AI Ty, back there in the control room. So, Stoke, you said when we were going to break at the end of the last segment that when it comes to this offense, trying to figure out what to do to fix it, you thought you might have an idea.
Well, I got a thought, and I want to see what y'all think of it, because I'm trying to think of what the Broncos could possibly do to jumpstart this offense, to try to fix it. So, because the way the defense is playing, man, just be competent, and you could do something special this year. It's wide open. Sean, giving up play calling. What are your thoughts?
I at this point, why not? I don't think it's the play calling. Bo's having a bad year. He just is. And we're seeing the sophomore slump on display. But you got to continue to push forward with Bo. You have to. We'd love to see them go to the playoffs and do damage in the playoffs. But let's face it, the most important thing to figure out after year two is Bo trending in the right direction. Right now he's not. And so do I think changing the play calling will change Bo's performance dramatically? No. But at this point, after last night, Stink, what do you got to lose?
Yeah, sometimes you just need to put different eyes on it. Sometimes you need to put a different voice to it. And at this particular point in time, it is bad. And then, speaking of not having anything to hang your hat on, Stoke, and we talked about this a bunch, but that third down call on the throwback where you're going to throw it, you want to talk about not having an identity. Your identity right now is, hey, maybe we can trick them and get a big play. And that to me is just horrendous. That was really, really bad. And so maybe that is the answer. Maybe that is just to step back and go, hey, man, let's put a different set of eyes on this. Let's put a different voice to the offense, and let's see what transpires.
Well, that play, I've been pretty defending of Sean. That was just flat out dumb. I mean, that was idiotic, because that was actually a drive for the you got to run the ball crowd. They were running the ball really well on that drive. They started from their own 16 and save for, a quick play action out to Prentice for 13 yards and a over-the-middle pass to Harvey for 7. That was all running the football. And Harvey had just run for, let me see if I have this right here. Yeah, they had just run for 7 yards on 2nd and 8. It was 3rd and 1. Third and 1 at the Vegas 36, and at that point I'm thinking, hey, you got 2 shots here. You know, if you want to go for it on 4. I mean, you got 2 shots to gain a yard. You've been running the ball pretty well. I mean, you know, I don't really trust the running game, but, you know, at that point it was in a pretty good groove. And that's when you decide to try to get cute. Yeah, that was dumb.
And you lose 5 yards, and then you compound that bad play call with another mistake by trying to kick up, you know, an 80-yard field goal.
Which you know, and thank goodness again, you know, because you handed the ball to Vegas at the 49. And thank goodness for the defense. Tillman comes up. By the way, can Tillman play tight end for us? I mean, that guy.
Running back.
Or running back. I mean, that guy's got some moves.
Maybe he ought to be our new Taysom Hill.
I am not joking.
Ooh.
I am not joking.
Short yardage running back.
I am
right
not joking. Can he block?
He can do it all.
Jeez.
No, but going back to, you know, possibly, you know, changing who's calling the plays, you're not going to change the personnel, really. You know, you're not going to go out there and have 3 different linemen and anything like that. But everyone has different philosophies how they see things and how they want to call a game. And, you know, so maybe somebody else's just thought process on what will make this offense successful might work a little bit better. I don't know. I don't know if it's even, you know, being a conversation or if Sean would even think about something like that. But if this offense continues to play like they played, something has to change. You can't just keep doing the same things over and over again.
What about the quarterback?
Are you serious?
I'm just asking. I mean, you said something.
Evans.
You said something has to change.
Right. No, I don't think that's not a conversation right now. No.
Why not?
Because Bo gives you the best chance to win. Bo's a better quarterback than Stidham. And you're still developing this guy. So, like, that's no. Just no.
You think Stiddy would have been worse than what we saw last night?
I don't know. But we got to continue to go down this path of Bo Nix. All right,
Okay.
We're not going to all of a sudden bench him when he's the quarterback of an 8-2 football team.
I agree with you.
And then all of a sudden you start losing games, and now you're going to go back to him. No, so that's not even in play here.
Agreed. That was dumb.
Yeah.
But
when you guys start talking about, I don't know what to do, but something's got to change. I'm just tossing out all the possibilities. I mean, I love the Raiders. Oh, shut
right.
up. AI tie.
I do think that at this point you got to simplify things because he last night felt like the most overwhelmed I've ever seen him play. It felt like he was overwhelmed. Like it was moving so fast, and he was in the pocket with zero comfort. He was sped up when he didn't need to be sped up, and it just felt like, hey man, the whole game felt like to me watching it on the plane. There is too much going on. This guy he's got so much stuff in his head. You need to simplify this and get him out of this space.
All right, it is a Bronco Reaction Friday, Victory Friday. Want to hear from you, RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043. Check out our Denver Sports YouTube channel, subscribe, and start getting involved there as well. One of our really good YouTubers came up with a really good nickname. There's a new club out there, and Mark Schlereth is the president of it. That's next.
The Rockies are making moves. Per multiple reports, Colorado is hiring Cleveland Browns executive Paul DePodesta as their new president of baseball operations. Does the analytic expert have the right tools to bring winning baseball back to Coors Field? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, being in the crosshairs of the IRS is not fun. It's scary. It's anxious. Most of all, it's complicated and complex. You need somebody by your side. And the people I recommend, Todd Whalen and Advanced Tax Solutions. They've been doing this with over 50 years of experience. This has been Todd's life. His passion for 30 years is helping people get out of tax and IRS jams. And one of the ways that they help you is by putting on these free online workshops that have been hugely successful and popular. And they got 2 coming up. One on Wednesday, November 19th will describe 7 ways to fix a tax problem, and another on Thursday, November 20th will focus on the options you have if you haven't filed taxes in 3 or more years. So you're going to get the opportunity to ask questions, get valuable insight, valuable information, valuable advice that could help you go a long way to solving your IRS and tax issues. To sign up for the free masterclass, visit advancedtaxsolutions.com/thefan or call them directly at 303-753-6040.
You could save thousands of dollars on the products your business uses the most with the Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred Pricing. Registering is free and easy. Just have your tax ID or business or contractor's license ready. But don't wait. The current preferred pricing benefit will end on November 15th. Visit your local Pro Desk to register now and unlock the deepest savings on the products you choose.
Samantha Flanagan here for Flanagan Law. If you find yourself in a car accident, do not tell the insurance company you are fine. They will hold that against you even if you end up with medical bills 3 months later. Protect your rights. Look for the Shamrock. Go with Flanagan Law.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat-ready with Comcast Business. Powering possibilities.
Now through November 16th, new Comcast Business customers can get started with 150 megabit internet plus security for $59.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig package. Call today. Restrictions apply. Requires enrollment in paperless billing and auto-pay with bank account. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
Roberto Coin is passion.
Roberto Coin is art.
Roberto Coin is love.
And Roberto Coin is right where you'd expect to find it. Williams Jewelers of Inglewood. I'm Dylan Williams.
And I'm Dylan's sister Shayna, inviting you to our exciting Roberto Coin Holiday Trunk Show Friday and Saturday, November 7th and 8th.
This holiday, give her the iconic fashion, the wearable Italian artistry of the incomparable Roberto Coin.
Handcrafted in Vicenza, Italy, these gorgeous 18-karat earrings, necklaces, bracelets, and rings have made Roberto Coin the #1 Italian jewelry designer in the world.
And this holiday, Roberto Coin jewelry starts at under $750.
So come find your passion and the perfect gift.
The Roberto Coin Holiday Trunk Show, Friday and Saturday, November 7th and 8th at Williams Jewelers of Inglewood.
Where Colorado shines.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
On the corner of Bellevue and Broadway, where Colorado shines.
Black Friday is going on now at every AutoNation store. Hurry in and save for a limited time. Buy with 0 down, plus make no payments till next year. Shop new and used cars, trucks, SUVs, even top luxury models. Drive with 0 down, plus no payments till next year. Save your cash for the holidays. Go to your nearest AutoNation store now. Limited term financing on approved credit, 90-day deferred payment. Interest accrues from date of purchase. See store for details.
The wait is over. AC/DC's back live Power Up Tour, July 28th. Empower Field at Mile High. Tickets on sale Friday at 12 noon at Ticketmaster.com. July 28th, Empower Field at Mile High. Don't miss AC/DC.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's Fall Football Sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Tune into Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Wednesdays at 9:15 to hear ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky break down Bo Nix and the Broncos every week during football season. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Job shaping.
You played in the NFL, but you were a wide receiver.
Embellishments.
I mean, sometimes I swear you're just making things up.
And amateur zoology.
I think polar bears are bigger than grizzlies.
Of course.
So make them a polar bear.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Loving the reaction we're getting from all of you. RamosLaw.com text line, also on our YouTube channel. Check that out. Watch the show. You can see Mark sitting in his hotel room down there in Charlotte. Looks like you, did you make your bed? Looks very neat behind you.
I kind of just straightened up my my bedding.
You did
because
it.
I knew it was going to be behind.
Yes. Well, you could check that out. Mark with us until 8. He's down in Carolina. Going to be calling Panthers and Vikings this weekend for Fox. A lot of good reaction. I mentioned the YouTube channel. A lot of snark here. Let's see. This is from Marco Kiki. Bo Tebow has been exposed. Stony Neff. Tebow has never played as bad as Knicks played last night.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else? That's it. I think Bo has low T. He needs to talk to Stoke. talk to our friends at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. It gets annoying, Stink, when you constantly bring up the Rusties, especially when you're the president of the Shawnees. Ooh.
Wow.
So we had the Rusties, but are there Shawnees? And just like there are people out there who never wanted to blame Russ, are the Shawnees the ones that don't want to blame Sean? And are you the president of the Shawnees?
Oh wow.
Okay, one, we're 8-2.
Yeah.
Have we not made incredible strides as a football organization?
Yes.
Under Sean Payton?
Yes.
Okay. So you can settle that down. Now, you can settle that dog down.
By the way, can
there.
I just to back you up on that before you go any further? Albert Breer put this out. The Broncos have now hit 8 wins in all 3 years under Sean Payton after winning 7 or fewer in each of the 6 years before his arrival. So
that's impressive.
Has he turned around the culture? Yes. Has this team developed a better physical and mental toughness when it comes to being able to win football games? Yes. Now it's about fixing this offense. But go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. So the culture is better. That everything from the organizational standpoint is better. They went to the playoffs with a rookie quarterback. Okay, they won 10 games with a rookie quarterback. They're sitting here in the rookie quarterback's his second year as a quarterback for the Broncos, and they're 8-2. Has he played well? No. At times he's had quarters where he's played really well, but he has not consistently played well, and they have to fix that. And I'm right now saying forget about the Shawnees. I'm saying pare down the playbook, simple down the playbook, and if you're not willing to do it, then get somebody else to call the plays. How is that being the president of the Sean Payton fan club? It's not. Is the answer. So that's just sensitive Rusties trying to come up with something stupid.
Stoke it, and you've been the leader from the beginning about too many personnel groups. Did you hear that moment during the game when they had the microphone by the line of scrimmage, and they ended up burning a timeout, and you heard, I think it was Bo yelling, quote, these bleeping personnel groupings again.
Yeah, well, that was. Didn't they just take a delay a game?
Was it a delay or they took a timeout to avoid a delay?
Okay,
Either way.
I thought because I thought it was 4th down and 1, and they tried to draw them off sides. Was that the play? I don't remember. I can't recall which one it was. Yeah, but I was trying to think about, okay, is there a possibility for Sean to turn the play calling over to whoever, Lombardi, Carmichael, Davis Webb, and I don't know if this would be the week. Because you have a bye after the Chiefs. So you have the mini bye right now. Maybe you give it one more shot and see if you can get it going. And then if it doesn't happen against the Chiefs, now you have a full bye to be able to take a step back and say, all right, we got to change something up here. let me turn this over to whoever else.
Right.
And then you have the Commanders on the other side of the box.
I think that's fair.
Give it one more chance here, as we see it, as it's been going with Sean calling the plays. I would like the personnel groupings to not change so much. Obviously, I mean, I've been talking about that for 2 years, so it just doesn't seem like it's working for this group.
I agree with that, Stoke. I mean, I wholeheartedly agree with that. I think the other thing is, if you put a team in a position to struggle, don't be surprised when they struggle, because you're kind of the dumbass that put them there. And if they can't handle all the personnel groupings, you're right, Mike. Listening to the mic, the field mics that picked that up, like there was frustration with personnel groupings coming in late. They talked about, and Sean talked about, hey, on Pump Pro, you can't come in late on this, that, and the other. You guys are the coaching staff. You guys are the ones that are sending in that personnel grouping or this personnel grouping or all those things that is creating, more confusion. And we saw that last night. And if that's what's holding you back from being decisive in what you're doing, I would much rather have a player that knows beyond the shadow of a doubt what that guy is going to do, as opposed to going, okay, now what are we in now? Okay, am I playing F or am I playing Z, or where am I at now? Oh, do I got a motion here? Oh, I got to change my route because I go from the inside guy to the outside guy. So now I go from being the F to being the Z because of the motion. Like all those things. Stokley knows more about that than I know, but all those things change with the motions, the formations, the different personnel groupings. There's a lot on a lot of people's plates, and obviously we're not executing.
Well, the fingerprints are all over what's going on with this offense right now, and certainly Sean needs to be a lot better. Bo needs to be a lot better. Don't hear it from me, hear it from Kurt Warner. This was Kurt Warner an hour ago on Twitter commenting, quote, I know Bo Nix throws really well on the run, but I get anxious just watching him play. He's almost moving before he even hits the top of his drop, and for sure it helps him sometimes, but sure seems to hurt him way more often. He told me he likes playing with his feet moving, but I've always felt when feet are moving fast, mind is moving fast and tougher to slow it down. Either way, I feel he has to play slower and have more patience in the pocket.
Well, hopefully that comes with experience, and as he gets more comfortable. He's still a young football player, a young quarterback, and a lot's going on, and hopefully things will start slowing down for him at some point. That's all you can hope for. If Kurt Warner talks about that, we've talked a lot about that over the last 2 years. His footwork, things being sped up, him not looking comfortable, those types of things. Hopefully, as we move forward, he gets more and more comfortable and things start to slow down for him.
The problem is it feels like we've talked about this last year, Stoke.
Yeah, we did a lot.
We talked about it at the beginning of the season. We were talking about it in the middle of the season, and we're talking about it after Thursday night. Now, Thursday night, it does no favors to anybody playing on Thursday night. But man, at some point you got to see the progress, right? At some point, all of a sudden, he's got to play a little bit slower. At some point, he's got to be a little bit more stable in the pocket. At some point, he's got to be less frenetic. And if he can't manage that himself, then you as a coaching staff need to start managing it and start taking some stuff away from him and some of the responsibility at the line of scrimmage away from him. That's always my first one. Anytime, and I don't know about you, Stoke, but anytime on any teams that I played on where we were struggling as an offense, the answer was always, let's pare it down a little bit. Let's simple it down a little bit so our guys can play fast. You cannot play fast when you got a bunch of crap rolling through your brain and you're not sure what you're doing. Impossible to play fast in those situations.
Yeah, I mean, you want to go out there and know what you're doing and feel good about what you're doing, and then just go out there and play football, not think a lot. And sometimes when you have a lot going on and a lot of different things happening, you're overthinking things. And so, yeah, I mean, you got to try something if you're this offensive coaching staff, and simplifying things and maybe not doing as much stuff, personnel groupings, plays, those types of things. Hopefully that would help. But you got to try something different. You can't keep doing the same things because it hasn't been good enough, and it's not going to be good enough as you move forward. So you got to do something a little bit different.
Fan Flyaway is back thanks to 303 Law 4040. Thank you, Dan Jacobs. And we are sending you to a party. Yeah, it's a sporting event. Yeah, it's a golf tournament, but it's so much more. It's the biggest party in golf in Phoenix in February. You're going to get 2 tickets to Saturday's round at TPC Scottsdale, round-trip airfare for 2 from Denver, 2 nights hotel stay, $500 spending money. For more information and to register for free, head to thefanflyaway.com. If you've entered one of our previous Flyaway contests, you're already registered for this one. Good news, because once you sign up for one Flyaway, you are entered for all future Flyaways. Good luck with that. Up next, we've got more of your reaction on a Bronco Reaction Friday, Victory Friday, also 4 Down Territory, which will include, in 4 Down Territory, a Rocky story. That's next.
It wasn't pretty, but the Broncos survived a scare from the Raiders and improved to 8-2 on the season. With Kansas City up next, will Sean Payton find a way to get more out of his offense? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Well, whether it's a job interview, holiday get-togethers, that first date, you want to and should be able to feel good about your appearance, confidence, right? Well, if your hair loss is chipping away at that confidence, I strongly recommend Advanced Hair Restoration. And there's a reason I come on here every single day to talk about advanced hair, because it works so well for me. I want you to experience the same success, and success is guaranteed. Start with a free consultation. Learn all about their quick and easy one-day hair loss solution from Dr. Tanya Pauls, the same legend who did my hair. Your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day, and it's guaranteed to grow. All you got to do is choose how much hair and where, and Advanced Hair does the rest. Whether it's a bald spot, thinning hair, that receding hairline, Advanced Hair can give you your hair back and all the self-confidence that comes with it. For a limited time, get a free consultation, 250 free hair grafts, $250 off. Just call 720-459-HAIR and at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Ma, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotions. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotions, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. That's why they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a crazy fast 5G network for just $25 a month. And if you're a business owner, you could really save a fortune. Dial pound 250, say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk. Everything you need and nothing you don't.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877 Cars for Kids.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Individuals and businesses with tax problems. Listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
Michelle Smallman here for Gainbridge and their Give Back program, Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity. Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity's goal is to empower girls and women through sports and education, providing 32 organizations in 21 states $222 of grant funding during 2025. These grants aim to level the playing field and expand access to sports and education for girls and women across the country. Here's to a future with no limits for women's sports with Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Double-crossing, you little punk.
Can't believe you did that.
Unbreakable trust.
See, I'm not like you. You just let me drown. You just let me drown. You do nothing.
And, of course, emotional maturity.
Maybe a little bit angry.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Let's go.
All right, we got Mark for another 30 minutes, and he's heading off to visit with the Carolina Panthers as he's calling Panthers and Saints this weekend. Hey, don't look now, but the Panthers have played themselves into wild card consideration, which means if this continues, Stink will be taken off the Panther beat, and they'll quickly realize enough of that.
That's right.
Who are the Saints playing this week?
Exactly. I'll be in New Orleans. I'm going to get an apartment in New Orleans for the rest of the second half of the season.
That's right. That's right. Mark's going to become a regular at Pat O'Brien's and Café Du Monde, eating those beignets every week, as he calls Saints games. Nothing wrong with that. Some I tell you, the reaction, even after a win, I love Broncos country, even the overreaction. Stuff on our YouTube channel from our YouTubers. I've been watching Broncos football for 40 years, and I've never seen worse quarterback play. Really? Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Forget about 40 years. How about the last 10 years? I think I've seen worse. Then there's this one. Guys, Drew Lock would be an upgrade over Nix. At least Lock has a rocket for an arm. Oh, boy. We've gotten to that point now, Stoke. Now it's we're pining for Drew Lock.
Well, early in the season, there was Jarrett Stidham talk. You forget about that. I think you brought it up earlier in the season.
I just raised the question: if this kind of play continues, at some point you have to consider it. And after last night,
and then it got better, right? It got better. Not consistently better for 4 quarters, but it got better. I don't know, man. I don't know what the answer is to try to get this thing back on track and try to get Bo playing better. It just hasn't. It hasn't gotten better. You would think that it would be improving by now, and it's going to be hard to go on any kind of run if the offense can't play better.
Yeah. It's going to be impossible to go on a run. You're not winning a playoff game with the way this offense is playing. So it's going to have to get significantly better. You know what you're not going to do? You're not going to get better players, right?
Yeah, you're not changing the roster, right? That's
done.
You're not
changing the roster. That ship has sailed. That's not going to happen. And so then it becomes, what do you have to do as a coaching staff to put your players in a better position to have success? Because right now, offensively, what you're doing is not working. And we can sit there and look at the outliers. The outliers are the fourth quarter of Philadelphia, the fourth quarter of the Giants, the fourth quarter of the Houston Texans. We can look at those outliers and say, wow, we got it going on. But you don't. And so from a coaching staff standpoint, you're going to have to figure out what it is you can do well, and then you're going to have to make the requisite changes to get that done.
Mark, what's the first step here? If you were doing it, if you're Sean, do you try to just take a step back from all the personnel groupings and maybe simplify things offensively, play calling, not as many groupings and in and out, and or do you say, okay, hey, guess what? First thing first here, I'm gonna give up play calling. What do you do first? Do you do anything this week? Do you wait till to after Kansas City and the bye, then take a look at everything? It was so bad last night, and everyone saw it, and everyone's talking about how bad it is. So it's not like it's it wasn't that bad. It was so bad.
It was horrendous. It's one of the worst offensive performances I've ever watched in forget about the Broncos history. It's just in the NFL. I mean, it was as bad. It reminded me of the Raiders when they had 3 first downs against Kansas City. It was that kind of performance. So to answer your question, Stoke, I think the first thing you have to do is, as a coach, you have to be honest with yourself and say, I am not putting my players in a position to have success. And ultimately, I have to look at myself, if you're Sean, and saying, I'm putting so much on their plates because I want them to have answers to everything. And you know what? It's not working. And so my guys aren't playing with efficiency, with speed, and all the things that you have to have with aggressiveness and with clarity. When you're making that many mistakes, when you're having that many penalties, that's a clarity issue. That's a coaching issue. You're putting your players in a position where they have to think too much. And listen, man, I'm not a bright guy. We joke around. I'm not. I'm a general studies major from the University of Idaho. But you can't freaking put so much on people's plates that they have paralysis by analysis. Simple it down and let them go out and play aggressively and then see what it looks like. So that would be my recommendation, Stoke. Simple it way down and let these guys play with a little bit of aggressiveness.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's the first step here, is just try to make it as basic as possible, and make it as the order of operations as quick as possible. When it comes to, hey, all right, you know what, we're going to stay in this 2 tight end package here, and we're just going to go down the field. That's what we're going to, now if you have a 3rd and 1 or something where you might have to change, but to let these guys just get in a rhythm and a flow of the football game and not be running in and out. Help Bo out a little bit more where he's not thinking so much about, okay, well, what grouping is coming in here? Okay, what's this play call here? And then you get up to the line of scrimmage, and it's 8, 7, then the play clock's counting down. So I agree with you, Mark. I think that's the first step here, to try to help the whole group, and especially Bo. And then if that doesn't jumpstart this offense, now Sean Payton, as the head coach and offensive coordinator, you got to look at yourself and say, okay, is it time for me to turn over the play calling and let someone else get a crack at this?
Do you think they've had that conversation at all during the last month? With all this up and down inconsistent offense.
What conversation?
Do you think they've had, when he sits down with Lombardi and Davis Webb, do you think he's had the conversation, should I simplify things?
I would hope so.
Do you think, and so where you guys are offensive guys, where do those conversations go? Why if they've had the conversation, and I would think they've had the conversation, why then have they chosen not to try that to this point?
I can answer that, because that doesn't satisfy Sean. Sean wants to win the chess match. Sean wants to outsmart you. He wants all the work that he puts in, and he puts in a ton of work. To come up with, hey man, this is the way we're going to do this. We're going to run this, and then they're going to do this, and then we're going to do that. And coaches love that chess match. Sometimes the best thing you can do, I heard it on the broadcast last night. We're good. Can it. But I understand that that's the way the NFL is today, and we ran a lot of that. Stokley ran a ton. Peyton Manning ran a bunch of stuff at the line of scrimmage. We ran a fair amount of kind of the check with me package. The problem is that if everybody's not on the same page, or if everybody is not familiar with what you're going to get to and how you're going to get to it, then you're just kind of hanging on your haunches waiting for the quarterback to make the decision. And I hate that. I want to come off the ball. I want my fair share of, I'm coming off the ball, I'm going to smack you in the teeth, and, and we're going to be aggressive, and this play is good against everything, and we're just going to live with the consequences, because we know even a dirty 2 yards eventually has its place, and eventually has, its effect of kind of taking the starch out of the defense. So, but I just don't think Sean's willing to do that. I think he wants to win that chess match, and obviously they don't have the personnel and the people that can handle that at this point.
Yeah, well, you look at Sean's history. He's had a lot of success doing it one way, right? And so as a coach, you say, hey, I know I can have success doing it this way. This is the way it should be done. It can be done, and we can have a lot of success doing it this way. with his guys, Carmichael, Lombardi, and those guys, all right, part of that group in New Orleans where they had a ton of success offensively, and they did it a certain way. But guess what? It's just not working here. It's not working with this group. It's not working with this quarterback right now. Right. So now you, as the offensive staff, you got to take a step back and say, all right, we got to approach this thing a little bit differently. And so I think that's why you maybe haven't seen them try to simplify things or do it differently, because they've had so much success in previous years doing it one way.
I think there's something else here in play as well. Yes, Sean's ego, everything you said, Mark, about, he puts all this work into designing this intricate offense and game plan. He wants to see it come to fruition. But I also think what we're seeing is his belief, and maybe it is at this time misplaced belief, in what he thinks Bo can be. I think he looks down the road and he sees what Bo can be. But he's trying to accelerate it, microwave it so fast to get to that point where he thinks he can be. It's hurting Bo in the short term. And it's hurting this offense in the short term. I think a lot of what we're seeing with how Sean handles Bo is his belief in Bo. But he believes in Bo for what he can be, and maybe not realizing what Bo is right now. And he isn't Drew Brees right now. Maybe he can get to that point down the road, but he isn't at that point right now, and I think Sean needs to realize. And Sean's never developed a young quarterback. For all of his success, he's never developed or really had to develop a young quarterback, and I think we're seeing that struggle right now for him.
Yeah, I think that's 100% fair. And I'll tell you the other thing that happens sometimes. It's really easy, Mike, to answer questions on a grease board or while you're watching film. And my experience, it never looks exactly the way it looked on a grease board or when the projector's running, when the beta tape or whatever it was back in the day is running. It never looks that way on the field, ever. And it was one of the reasons, like, I was a big stickler, especially with young guys, like memorizing scripts. On these 4 plays, let me see what defense they're running. They don't give you that crap, in the game. You gotta be able to see it, decipher it, and go out and play. And so it always looks different. So, you might be able to answer all those questions in a meeting room, Bo may, but you get on the field and it doesn't quite look the same. And I think that's some of the stuff that we're going through with why this looks so disjointed.
But also understand this, Stoke, that there's an admission here that we're talking about all these things that need to be done because Bo just isn't living up to right now what we thought. Because what was the idea when they drafted Bo? That, okay, maybe he doesn't possess the same kind of physical skills that these other quarterbacks who went ahead of him possess, but you know what he has? A brilliant mind, right? Cecil Lammey, the supercomputer. He's an amazing processor, right? That's supposed to be his greatest strength. And yet when we watch him out there on the field, we keep talking about, well, he's got too much on his plate. Well, he looks a little overwhelmed. Wasn't this supposed to be his greatest strength as a quarterback, that he was prepared to be able to take all of this in and still go out and perform? And now we're talking about how this supercomputer, super smart guy needs to have things simplified and dumbed down for him?
Well, yeah, I think obviously, he is smart. He knows football. He seems like he can supposedly process things quickly. And maybe that is why Sean has continued to call the offense the way that he's been calling the offense and running the offense the way he's been running the offense with the different personnel groupings, because he thinks Bo can handle it. But obviously it's not working out well. That was supposed to be one of Bo's strengths. So I don't know.
His biggest strength.
Yeah. It's I'm not out there in the huddle. But it sure seems like things are moving really quickly for him right now, and things haven't slowed down like we all hoped they would at this point in the season.
All right, let's get to 4 down territory.
It's time for 4 down territory, where Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth react to the latest action both on and off the gridiron. Kicking things off with 1st down.
But at the end of the day, the Broncos did win. They are 8-2. They are the first team in the NFL to reach 8 wins. They did it last night because of a dominant defense. And what do you know? A key contribution on special teams, J.L. Skinner with a block punt.
I felt like the first half, and I mentioned this at the end of half with the interview, the whole first half was spent, on our end of the field. Twice we were at the 1. And so I felt like the second half, and I said this to him at halftime, I said it's important we play this second half on their end of the field. And I think for the most part we did. It was a little windier than maybe expected. But, yeah, I think the field position was something we felt would be real important. And so when you block a punt, that's significant. I think it was more the drop. It's not the kick off the foot. Generally speaking, when you have some mishits like that, it's how it comes off your hands.
JL was so deep into that backfield for the punt. He didn't have to jump. He didn't have to leap. He didn't have to get the ball with his hand. He took that right off the face mask to block that thing. Doink! Double doink! So, man, how refreshing, Stoke, was it to see a big special teams play made?
Yeah, that was nice.
In the blocking game, Yeah.
I
mean, there have been a lot of block punts this year in the NFL. Finally, to see the Broncos get in on one of them. Nice.
Yeah. I mean, special teams feels like it has hurt us a lot more than it has helped us this year. We haven't had any, Marvin Mims touchdown returns. We just seems like it has cost us football games and cost us in-game situational football. And so that was great, man. I mean, that was awesome. Need plays. When your offense is struggling the way that it's struggling, special teams needs to be really good. And it hasn't been this year. So that was a big play.
Huge play. And you're 100% right. Special teams was, for the most part, other than that play, the punting game was just atrocious. I don't know what was going on with the punting game, but that was awful. So to see that big play, to have that, fall down for us or kind of fall out on our side, was big time. But again, that it hasn't been good. Nothing other than the defense. Everything else was pretty pathetic yesterday.
Second down.
Well, even after a win, and after some of these ugly wins, Bo Nix has been, still pretty upbeat about everything. But it started with the post-game Amazon Prime interview and just continued, not really trying to put a happy face on this one.
Yeah, we got to do better. At some point, 10 points ain't going to be enough. We got to score more. Well, I've been booed before, and I'll be booed again, so I'm not going to be the last time. It's obviously unfortunate. You don't want your own fans booing you.
By the way, I saw some stuff on social media last night. Oh, Bronco fans, support your team better. You never should be booing your team like that. Yeah, you should. Absolutely, you should. I mean, listen, I've always felt being a good fan means that you have the right to love your team today and be ticked off at them tomorrow. I mean, it is not just blind allegiance out there, okay? And if they're not delivering and they're not playing the way that they should, let them have it. Let them hear it. Don't let up. Please.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I am too.
Especially when it's that bad. I mean, enough's enough. Let them know. It's not good enough. I mean, if you want things to change, what do? Start counting down the play clock. You want things to change? Hey, start booing this offense. That'll get people's attention. So it wasn't good enough. And, hey, got no issue. Just like, when everyone was leaving in the third quarter. What game? Was that the Giants game? When a lot of people are leaving?
Yeah.
I mean, who would leave?
Who would leave?
But you want to get people's attention.
Let me ask you something really quick.
Yeah.
I know you weren't at the game last night.
Yeah.
But is it safe to say that at the point you decided to leave that Giants game, it did look and feel like last night?
No, it felt worse. It felt worse because, you felt like they couldn't come back. Where they were playing bad and they were losing by a lot. At least last night they were right in the game the whole time, and then they had the lead there late. So,
and you kind of, because of some of these comebacks, you thought, all right, the fourth quarter's coming. They'll get it going. Well, they didn't. You know what, Brandon Stokley, I forgive you.
Thank you. I didn't need you to forgive me, but I just think that, hey, it's okay to send a message to the team that it's not good enough.
I really felt like a lot of that booing was directed towards Sean Payton, not so much, hey, listen, I know that Bo Nix didn't play well, but I felt like it was more directed towards his coaching staff and towards, obviously this offense. It's just not producing at all. And so, yeah, I mean, it's got to be better. And you should get booed. If you're that pathetic on offense, you should get booed every time you go out there.
Third down.
Well, we have a baseball Rockies topic that can work into 4-down territory because they have hired Paul DePodesta as their new in charge of all things baseball. They're at 20th and Blake.
Wow.
And he comes over from the Cleveland Browns. Now, before you really wrinkle your nose at this, let's be fair to DePodesta. He was a tried-and-true baseball guy when Cleveland did the unorthodox thing of bringing a baseball guy in because of all of his analytics, Moneyball. Did you know that Paul DePodesta's character in Moneyball, played by Jonah Hill, is based on him? Did you know that?
Oh, wow.
Did you know that?
Amazing.
Have you heard that at all in the last 24 hours?
Amazing.
No? This is the first time
Breaking
for you?
news.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That Jonah Hill played Paul DePodesta in Moneyball. Did you hear that? Anyway, when Cleveland brought him in, that was the unorthodox move, bringing in a baseball guy. So at least, Stoke, the Rockies, did bring in a guy who is at his core a baseball guy, albeit one who has been with the Sad Sack Browns for the last decade.
Yeah, I mean, doing something different. Thank goodness. Hiring somebody from the outside to take a different look at this thing, different approach to things. I think that's great news. Now, hopefully they can get some things fixed and get this thing back on the right track.
About ready to enter the golden age?
Yes,
Stoke?
we're almost. Yeah, I'm not ready to. We took a big step back this year, Mark. I don't know if you realize that. Big step back. So I got to reevaluate things before I make that type of statement again.
Stoke, sometimes you got to take a step back before you can take 2 steps forward.
That's right.
And so that could be the overall plan. We just don't see it yet. But this could be the first step forward after a few steps back. So
yeah, I was going to say, that was one step back last year?
Yeah, well, I mean, they lost 100 games the year before. So it's one step back from the 100 games they lost the year before.
I see. Okay, finally on 4-down territory.
1, 2, 3, 4th down.
All right, guys. Does Prime Time's misery, CU's misery, continue this weekend in Morgantown, West Virginia?
I mean, how can you be confident in that team right now? I mean, they're on a free fall. And so I have no confidence, none, that they're going to all of a sudden look like a competent football team. I mean, the offensive coordinator seems like it has changed a week or so ago. We don't even know. But it's been a disaster these last few weeks.
Yeah. What's West Virginia? The
Mountaineers?
The Mountaineers, right?
Yep. Coming off a big win over Houston last week on the road, which shocked everybody.
All right, I got the Mountaineers by 30.
Wow.
You ever been to Morgantown?
No. No, don't want to either.
Wow.
I have no plans to go to Morgantown.
For a guy from Louisiana to say he has no interest in going to Morgantown, West Virginia, that says something.
That's right.
I went there one time. My good buddy of mine in college, the late, great Rob Etzen, he was doing graduate school down there, and I went to visit him for a weekend, and we went to watch a West Virginia game at a bar. I mean, it was exactly how you picture this bar, off in the woods somewhere. Anyway, we're watching the game. It's a cool bar. People are nice. They're definitely into their Mountaineers. And anyway, West Virginia scores. He leans over. He goes, "Watch this." I'm like, "All right." They score. About 15 people get up, run outside to the parking lot. All of a sudden, they all pull out shotguns and start firing them up in the air.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm like, wow. As a Northeast kid, I'm not. This is something different. But it was interesting.
What goes up must come down.
Well, so they say. We got to say goodbye to one Mark Schlereth, who's heading off to call the Panthers and Saints this weekend. Mark, thank you for your time this morning, and you have a great weekend this weekend.
I appreciate that. It's going to be a great weekend. This will be my last Carolina game because I am assuming they're going to win and go 6-4, and then I'm off the Carolina beat. Yeah. So If you're like, hey, listen, man, if you love the Carolina Panthers, it's been a pleasure serving you guys.
Let me take a quick look at the Saints schedule coming up here. That's probably where Mark's heading. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Yep. Sunday, November 23rd. I know where you're going to be. You're going to be in New Orleans for the Saints and Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, that has me written. I guarantee you that is where I'll be.
That's awesome. All right, Steak, we'll see. We'll talk to you later. Have a great weekend.
All right, guys, be good.
All right, there he goes. All right, we move on without Mark. We have a Bronco Reaction Friday, Victory Friday. Does it feel like a victory? We'll get to that coming up next.
The Fan Flyaway is back, presented by 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. To kick off 2026, Denver Sports 1043 The Fan is sending you to Phoenix for the biggest party in golf. Airfare, hotel tickets, and $500 in spending money, all included. Head to thefanflyaway.com to register. That's thefanflyaway.com. Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
Hey guys, I wore glasses for a long time, but when I started needing readers to see menus, text, read stats, watch my film on the computer, I decided to go to Dr. Cudarelli at Cudarelli Vision for refractive lens exchange, and it was a game changer for me. It could be for you too. Join Dr. Cudarelli for his live webinar November 12th at noon. Learn about refractive lens exchange from Cudarelli Vision RLE. It's a free webinar and perfect opportunity for you to meet Dr. Cudarelli and have him answer all your questions about Cudarelli Vision RLE. Questions like, what is refractive lens exchange? How long does it take? How much does it cost? All those things. Cudarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. He can tell you when it's the right time for RLE like he did for me. So register for the webinar at ColoradoRLE.com. It's November 12th at noon. Cudarelli Vision RLE. No readers, no glasses, contacts, or cataracts. Check them out at ColoradoRLE.com.
This is Hall of Famer Terrell Davis here to tell you about my friends at Colorado Credit Union. Great plays start with a solid game plan, and the same goes for home ownership. Whether you're buying your first home, refinancing, or tapping into your home's equity, Colorado Credit Union has the mortgage and home equity options to fit your needs. Ready to make your next big move? Visit ccu.org to learn how Colorado Credit Union can help. Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Heads up, pros. Now's your chance to unlock deeper savings. The Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred pricing can help you save thousands on the products your business uses the most. But the current benefit ends November 15th. Don't miss out. Registration for the new program is free and easy. Just bring your tax ID or business or contractor's license to the Pro Desk. Register now to lock in the best wholesale prices before it's too late.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Restore your bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning hair with the same simple one-day treatment I receive from Dr. Tanya Pauls of Advanced Hair. Your own natural hair begins regrowing the very next day, and your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts, call 720-459-HAIR, advancedhair.com.
Gobble, 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 gobble. Oh, man, I do a terrible turkey impersonation. Hey, everybody, Dan Jacobs from Jacobs Law on 303 Law 4040. Those of you that listen to the Dan Jacobs Show know that I just love the holidays. But I also know these holidays in particular can be really tough on a lot of people, whether it's the government shutdown, inflation, the economy, whatever it is, or some people just have a hard time during the holidays as it is every single year. It's just a hard time of year for them. As always, we want to be here for you. If we can help out with a little bit of that with free food and groceries, we would love to have you any first or third Thursday of the month coming out to Eastern Hills Church at Smoky Hill and Arapahoe Road. We're even doing smoked ham and turkey this month in honor of Thanksgiving. So if you need it, anybody, no questions asked. You just pull up and pop the trunk. 4 to 6 p.m., Eastern Hills Community Church every first and third Thursday, Smoky Hill and Arapahoe Road.
I dared Archwell Health to keep track of my vitals and my grandkids' names.
I dared Archwell Health to simplify my prescriptions, so Max and I have more time to play. Good boy.
And I dared Archwell Health to be closer than my neighborhood coffee shop.
Our members dared us to do more as a primary care provider for adults age 60 and up. So we made it our mission. Visit archwellhealth.com and become a member today. Archwell Health. We dare to care.
Black Friday is going on now at every AutoNation store. Hurry in and save for a limited time. Buy with 0 down. Plus, make no payments till next year. Shop new and used cars, trucks, SUVs, even top luxury models. Drive with 0 down. Plus, no payments till next year. Save your cash for the holidays. Go to your nearest AutoNation store now. Limited term financing on approved credit. 90-day deferred payment. Interest accrues from date of purchase. See store for details.
Get ready for every Broncos game with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall as he joins the drive every Friday afternoon at 4:45 exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Thanks to Corwin Toyota Boulder. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app. KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Self-appointed nicknames.
Obviously, I am the hockey guy at this station.
Grammar lessons.
Highlights and Family Jamma.
And Oscar-worthy impressions.
My version was, get off my plane. Okay. Yours was, get off my plane.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Yes, let's try to be happy, shall we? It is a Victory Friday. It is a Broncos Victory Friday. The Denver Broncos, by virtue of their win last night, are 8-2. They are the first team in the NFL to reach 8 wins. They are set up very, very nicely to be a playoff team this year. And yet, Stoke, why does last night feel like a loss to so many people?
Because that offense, so bad. That's why. It just was so bad that, I think it's just hard to feel good when one side of the football plays that bad. It's hard to think that you can make this great run and beat really good football teams when your offense is that inept. I think that's why, Mike. Even though the defense is so good, there's positives here. And we've seen a football team with the strength of being the defense, having a great defense, do great things.
Win a Super Bowl.
Exactly. But it just feels like with this offense that's impossible.
Yeah, and I think that's the crux of the problem right now. By the way, Mark Schlereth not with us. He was with us for the first 2 hours of the show. He's down in Carolina. He's going to be calling Panthers and Saints this weekend, so we appreciate our time with Mark. He is off doing his thing now, so the two of us moving forward with you. Ramoslaw.com text line 303-713-1043 on our YouTube channel, Denver Sports YouTube channel. Subscribe and get involved there. But
you got your breakfast.
Got my breakfast, and thank you.
You're like the Broncos fans today. You just don't look that excited about it for some reason.
Well, listen, I this is the first of 2 straight weeks you're going to be owing the entire crew breakfast for losing to me in fantasy football, and I love it. I mean, I love it, but I turned you on to this, and my Coke has ice in it.
Yeah.
What's the deal there?
You
got the order wrong.
No, the order was right.
Oh, you ordered it with ice.
That's punishment.
Punishment?
Punishment.
For what?
For how misguided you were yesterday and your takes and how much you how much you were loving on the Raiders yesterday.
Oh, my goodness. This again?
We have the audio.
Oh, I love the Raiders.
See,
Fine,
and how much you were pumping them up, and you want them to be good and play. So that's your punishment for being Raider Mike. You're Raider Mike yesterday. And so today
I get ice.
You get ice in your Coke.
So winners wash, and only winners or Bronco fans get Cokes with no ice.
That's right. And it's delicious. Tastes good.
Yeah.
That's your punishment.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it doesn't taste the same with all that ice in it.
You know what you do? Put those big sausage fingers and just grab all that ice and just yank it out.
Kind of strain it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now your Coke level's going to go down,
That's
though.
true.
So you don't get a full large filled up with Coke because it's half ice.
I'm going to have to watch what I say this next week. In case next week I want to make sure I go back to the no Coke, no ice.
Yeah, just don't fall in love with the Chiefs again. Don't come in with the terrible Chiefs thing.
I'm here. All right. Well, let's get into it. All right. Then this offense. Because we got a few of these texts in the first couple hours. Guys, are we really 8-2? Because the conversation today sounds like we're 4-6. And yeah, I know it was ugly last night. But you know who played an ugly game last week? Green Bay Packers. Green Bay Packers played an ugly offensive game at home and lost. They lost their game. The Detroit Lions played an ugly game last week at home and lost to Captain Facepaint, J.J. McCarthy. They lost. So, I mean, yeah, it's ugly, but is there something to be said that, okay, it was an ugly win, but an ugly win is a heck of a lot better than an ugly, devastating loss, which is what that would have been last night.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But I think when you mention those teams, Mike, their fan bases, they've seen their offenses play good. Right? They have seen it. We just haven't really seen it consistently. Green Bay, you've seen Green Bay's offense look unbelievable, right? We really haven't seen this offense look unbelievable for 4 quarters. It just hasn't happened, and it looks like they're regressing a little bit. I mean, that's not a good team they played yesterday, and you're playing at home, and you struggle that bad? So it's just hard to project that they could actually do it when it matters most. With those other teams, I think you can look at it and say, okay, we've seen Jared Goff do it with these guys. We've seen, Jordan Love and that offense, play at a high level. So I think that's a difference here for Broncos fans today. But you're right, man. I mean, it is a win. Thank goodness you didn't screw that one up. And ultimately, that's what I say, man. Just win and move on. Just win, turn the page, and move on.
But you're having a hard time doing that this morning.
I am, because it was so bad. So bad. And so for me, it's hard to really look at this group and think that all of a sudden it's going to just click and they're going to look like a competent offense and they're going to be a consistent offense. I can't see it with this group right now.
That is the problem, because there's not one clear thing you can point to and say, oh, just fix that and you guys are going to be fine. Where do I begin? Sean Payton's play calling was not good last night. He'll admit that. I don't know what the heck he was doing with that fake pass attempt with Courtland Sutton.
You didn't like that?
Oh, God, I hated that. I hated that. By the way, I want to give Courtland Sutton credit, because a lot of times these receivers or running backs or whenever they're given an opportunity to throw the football, they'll throw it no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, this is my one chance. I'm going to let it fly. And it usually ends up being a disaster.
Interception.
Credit to Courtland for just, eating it. But Sean was not good last night. Bo looked terrible. I mean, there's just no other way. I mean, the footwork, whether it's that one where he kind of stepped up in the pocket and he was like, I mean, his feet were literally moving as he tried to throw the football. Herb Street pointed it out, like, what is that? There was the one where he rolled right, and I don't know what he was thinking. I mean, he just threw it up for grabs. I mean, that was an absolute no-hoper. You're just hoping that you throw it in the middle of your guy and 2 other of their guys, and you just hope it comes down with it. He was bad. Offensive line, I thought was terrible. The penalties, I mean, was the right side of that offensive line that spooked by Max Crosby, that explains all the penalties from the offensive line. Receivers dropping balls, receivers getting called for offensive PI. So where do you start when it comes to fixing this?
Yeah, I mean, that's the million-dollar question.
I think you're on to – there is almost kind of like a process elimination, right?
Yeah.
You got to kind of keep trying to remove things from the equation to try to finally arrive at what it is. And if you're steadfast in the belief that Bo Nix has to remain the starting quarterback, okay, then to your point, what's that next step then?
Yeah, I think, you try to simplify things here and not do as much with the personnel groupings and try to just less thinking for the players. Try that first. And then if that's not working, then you got to get a new set of eyes. You got to get a new play caller. You got to get someone that's going to, look at things a little bit differently. And maybe that helps jumpstart this offense. But I think first things first, maybe this week just try to simplify things and try to make it as simple.
Define that for me. Define that for what does that mean? I mean, it's easy to sit back, hey, we got to simplify things. Okay, lay that out. What is that?
Well, I think it's, first of all, we're going to limit how many personnel groupings we have, coming in and out, right? We're going to try to get in a grouping, whether it be 2 tights, 3 wides, whatever the case may be. And we're going to just stay in that the majority of the game. And that's what we're going to be in. And we're going to have our staple of plays that we're going to run, and then you're going to have your game plan stuff that you have in. But we're just going to have our staple plays that we know, that we've repped and that we're good at and that we're confident with. And that's what we're going to go with this week. We're not going to have 5 million plays. We don't need all these plays. We're going to just keep it as simple as possible so these guys can go out there and play fast. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And see if that works. But you got to try something different. You can't just keep doing these same things over and over and think you're going to have a different result. That's insanity. And so I think that's the first step. Second step would be, Sean saying, hey, all right, I got to let someone else try get a shot at calling these plays, and maybe that will help jumpstart this offense.
Well, the schedule does allow you, and a lot of times teams will make those drastic moves, whether it's, bringing in a new coach or whatever. That's not going to happen here, of course. But, as far as using the bye week to make a pretty significant change, because you have the benefit of the bye week to implement it. Yeah, I think you're looking at this Kansas City game next Sunday. Offense has to look different.
And if it doesn't,
yep. Well, then guess what? You got 2 weeks before your next game at Washington, and at that point, you can say, let's change things up a little bit. And then you got the extra time to implement it.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't all of a sudden, okay, we're overreacting to, a couple bad performances. This has been bad all year.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't been good enough all year. So you get to a certain point and you got to take a step back, and usually that is during the bye, where you can kind of self-scout yourself and see what you need to do different. And if you're the head coach and you're Sean Payton, obviously, you're going to be very critical of what's going on here. You're an offensive guy.
Yeah.
This isn't even close to being good enough, right? Offensive football, what really good offensive football looks like, and this ain't it, brother. So something needs to change here, because you don't want to waste this great defense. You want to try to do everything in your power to try to get this offensive play just a little bit better, be a little bit more competent. And if you can do that, then, man, you could go on a great run.
Yeah, and I want to take this moment right now to apologize to the Broncos defense. Seriously. This defense was awesome again last night. Awesome. But because we're, as football fans, so fixated on offense and the quarterback, the young quarterback, is he the guy? Is he not the guy? What are the signs that say he is? What are the signs that say he isn't? You just overlook what this defense is doing, and it's unbelievable. And they deserve to get their due. I mean, you're talking about last night. So Geno Smith, the Raiders attempted 27 passes. Okay? Here's what the Broncos defense did on those 27 pass attempts. 22 quarterback pressures. Stoke, they had like an 81% QB pressure rate. That's insane. That's insanity. 22 QB pressures on 27 dropbacks, 11 QB hits, 6 sacks, and an interception, and Geno Smith in desperate need of a cold tub when it was all said and done. It's just incredible.
Really is.
Incredible what this defense is doing, and I feel bad because they're getting overlooked this morning, and they shouldn't be.
Right. No, you're exactly right. It's been fun to watch. I mean, those guys you got depth there. You got guys to be able to stop the run. You got guys to be able to get after the quarterback, and you got guys on the back end that can cover. So it's a really, really good group, and they're playing at such a high level right now. I don't know what you do offensively to try to slow them down besides, running the football. If you don't establish a run game against the Broncos, it is a tough thing to do to be successful if you're trying to drop back and throw the football against them.
Now, all that said, I love blowing kisses to the defense, but we're really going to learn what this defense is all about, because they've certainly checked all the boxes, just about all the boxes to this point. But you got Kansas City next Sunday. Kansas City coming off a bye. I think Andy Reid's record coming off a bye is 21-4 in his NFL career.
Wow.
So not only are they coming off a bye, they're coming off a loss. And so they are going to be full bore this week. So we're going to learn a lot about just how great this defense is.
It's going to be a good one.
I can't wait.
It's a huge football game.
I'm dreading watching the offense go out and play. I mean, I'm petrified about this week already.
Yeah.
I mean, this defense is going to have to just be unbelievable.
Well, hopefully the offense plays better. Hopefully they play better. But you talk about a huge football game when you look at the standings and, like you said, the Chiefs, who they lost to Buffalo.
Yeah.
Is that the last game that they played? Coming off a loss and where you're at right now in the standings. It's a huge game. You could really make it tough for Kansas City down the stretch if you're able to get this one. So big game coming up here against the Chiefs. Can't wait. At home. This defense, you're right. Is this the biggest? Is this the biggest test for this defense so far this year, Mike?
Oh yeah.
Colts offense has been pretty good, right?
But you know what? We didn't really know about the Colts at that point. I mean, it's just week 2.
Right. But Cincy, no Burrow.
Philadelphia.
Nah.
No, this is it.
I agree.
This is it. And even, I know Dallas was scoring a lot of points. They were the number 1 offense, blah, blah, blah in the NFL. But come on. No, this is you're playing big boy football Sunday next Sunday.
I like it.
I like the defense.
The defense should match up well against that Kansas City offense. I think they should match up well. Gosh, I'd love to have Pat Surtain.
Yeah.
What do you think?
No.
Probably not?
No. Honestly, and as much as I want to beat the Chiefs.
Right, yeah.
You still got to take the big picture into account here.
You're right.
And the fact that, you can give him that bye week and then just say, hey, chill. You're not coming back on November 16th. You're coming back on November 30th. I mean, you tell me. 2 more weeks to be able to heal and rehab and all that stuff makes a huge difference.
If it's close, you certainly want to be very cautious.
Yeah.
Unless he's fully ready to go. If he's fully ready to go, then you put him out there. But if not, you're right. You want to take that extra time. You got a bye week, rest him up a little bit more because he's too valuable.
Let's get some perspective here on Bo Nix. Now, Chase Daniel, former NFL quarterback, doing the media thing now. Spent a lot of time with Sean Payton.
He's a Sean guy.
He's a Sean guy. He's a Shawnee. If Mark's the president of the Shawnees, then Chase Daniel might be the VP.
Yeah.
Okay. But he is a former quarterback. He does bring a quarterback's perspective. He does know Sean's offense. And here's what he had to say late last night about Bo's performance.
Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos can no longer play like this. Bo Nix has people open downfield. It's open. It might not be the best play calling in the world. It might not be all this, but I'm telling you right now, when I'm watching the game and I know Sean Payton's offense, there's stuff open and he's just not seeing it. And that's fine. He saw it all last year. He's seen it for a lot of games, but it's been a little troublesome. It's sort of carried over to this year and it hasn't gotten any better. I don't think he's on a second year slump, but he just seems to be in a hurry in the pocket. I'm not going to say go as far as he's seeing ghosts, but every single throw, whether it's mechanically or maybe his arms hurt or something, every ball is just dying. And that's a little concerning because when I watch the film, we see stuff open. He's in a hurry in the pocket. Like he's not getting his feet set. He's always had really good mechanics throwing the football. He's always had really good footwork. And look, drops have been an issue. I know that a lot of Broncos fans wanted you guys to go out and get a stud receiver, the guy from Miami or whoever it may be. That didn't happen. The reason why you're winning games, obviously, is your defense. Your defense is legendary. I mean, the most sacks in the first 9 games or 10 games in almost in NFL history. Your special teams, you block a punt. And you barely win and you make just enough plays. I want to see this offense unleashed because it is truly an offense that can go. You got to have some speed guys, but Bo Nix right now, he's not seeing it.
Well, I think he's wrong, about his footwork last year. I highlighted it a lot, talked about it a lot last year. His footwork throughout parts of last year wasn't good. It wasn't good. Now he had success, but there was large parts of last season where it didn't look good in the pocket for him. And it has continued this year where it just looks like things are moving really fast for him. So I don't know. I don't know what you do to slow that stuff down, but as far as, from the quarterback's perspective, if it's just going to have to happen, I don't know if there's drills that you can do,
Paging Tom House. Paging Tom House.
It's just usually when things slow down, right, then your footwork and everything slows down in your drop back and your progressions, right? I mean, but it just seems like everything is moving really quick right now.
It does, and I hear what you're saying about the idea that, maybe a fresh set of eyes, simplifying things might help him, but mechanics and fundamentals are mechanics and fundamentals. And I saw a guy last night who was spooked, who was seeing the rush before it was there. He was anticipating rush. He was feeling a rush that wasn't there.
Yeah.
And
getting out of the pocket too early.
There was one time when they were down by the goal line, and it was just a give-up third down throw where, the guy, he was flat out retreating and just threw it off his back foot while he was just retreating. And so, listen, I understand the idea that, hey, it wouldn't be the worst thing to change the way the offensive philosophy is, maybe even have somebody different calling the plays. You could do all that, and I'm fine with doing that. I think at the end of the day, you're still kind of rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic. He has to be better.
Well,
he has to be better. I had a buddy who was at the game last night, and he texted me. He said,
"You have friends?"
I have friends.
Oh.
Put it up on the big board.
It is. It is on there.
He said, "Hey, I'm no expert, but their guys open. Guys are open. He's not seeing them."
Yeah. I just think that maybe some more quick game, 3-step drops. Try to get the ball where it's not as much thinking. Right, 3-step drop throws, slants, quick outs, hitches, go routes. You're just reading things and just and so you're not really having a play have to unfold and have to go through your progressions. It's a little bit easier. Takes a little bit of the thinking out of it. Maybe that might help. I don't know. It's just I'm sure they're asking that question in the offensive staff meeting today. Hey, what do we need to change here? What do we need to do differently? Now, you're not going to have a bad game and then just start all over again with a brand new offense, right? You're not doing that, but at a certain point, you as an offensive staff have to look at it and say, this isn't good enough, guys. We have to try to help our players out a little bit more. So what can we do to try to help them out, to try to help Bo out? I'm just trying to come up with different ideas that they might try. So you're not going to come with a whole new playbook, but maybe get him a little bit more comfortable early in football games. Maybe it's a different set of eyes that's going to call the game a little bit differently for him. Maybe it's less personnel groupings. But something needs to change.
Yeah, at this point, I think we're all open to just about anything. Fan Flyaway is back thanks to 303 Law 4040. We're going to be sending, hopefully, you and a guest to Phoenix in February for the biggest party in golf. You'll get 2 tickets to Saturday's round at TPC Scottsdale and all the partying that goes on during and late into the night after it. Round-trip airfare for 2 from Denver, 2 nights hotel stay, $500 spending money. It's free to sign up. Just go to thefanflyaway.com. Great news. If you've entered one of our previous Flyaway contests, you're already registered for this one. You don't have to do a thing because once you sign up for one Flyaway, you're entered for all future Flyaways. Our James Palmer was up late last night. What is he hearing about what Sean Payton and the Broncos' plans may be to help kickstart this offense? James joins us next.
The offense and special teams left a lot to be desired, but the Denver Broncos defense proved once again why they're one of the best units in the NFL. Will Vance Joseph's crew continue to anchor the team through a pivotal stretch of games coming up? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
When joint pain holds you back, trust the experts at Colorado Joint Replacement, part of Advent Health, one of the nation's largest healthcare providers. With 4 convenient locations in Denver, Lone Tree, Littleton, and Cheyenne, Wyoming, their team focuses solely on hip and knee replacements. You'll receive expert, compassionate care, the latest technology, and a personalized surgical plan to get you moving again for peace of mind and better outcomes. Visit coloradojoint.org and schedule your appointment today. That's coloradojoint.org.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here from my friends at Mountain High, proudly serving Colorado as a locally owned and operated business at Mountain High Appliance. Guys, they do such a tremendous job. Colorado's most complete appliance store. They offer an extensive range of major appliances from refrigerators to ovens. They've got it covered. They're knowledgeable and friendly staff, more than just employees. They're experts ready to assist you, providing you with a personalized experience, answering all your questions so you can make the right choice for you and your family. I have shopped them. I have purchased from them. I've had them deliver and install, and I can guarantee you they are second to none. And they've got all the inventory of the big box stores, guys. I'm telling you, you can shop with confidence as well, knowing you're not going to get a better price elsewhere because they've got that price match guarantee. 250 working appliances. You can test drive the appliances before you buy them so you know exactly what you're getting. Check out their showrooms in Littleton, Louisville, and their clearance center right there in Denver, Colorado. You can visit them online 24/7 at mountainhighappliance.com. That's mountainhighappliance.com.
Samantha Flanagan here for Flanagan Law. If you find yourself in a car accident, do not tell the insurance company you are fine. They will hold that against you even if you end up with medical bills 3 months later. Protect your rights. Look for the Shamrock. Go with Flanagan Law.
Another summer is ended, and you may have noticed that your energy is lower, your workouts aren't as productive, perhaps you aren't sleeping as well and feel foggy all the time. Maybe even your sex drive is off. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. And if you're experiencing some or all of these symptoms, it's likely you have low testosterone. And if that's what's going on with you, don't wait. You need to call us at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic and get treated for your low T. Because living with low testosterone is no way to live. With our low T treatments, if you're like most guys, your life will change considerably. Improved sleep, better energy, greater gains in the gym, better mental clarity, and your sex drive will likely improve as well. Plus, most men see these results in just a few weeks. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes PSA and T-test and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat-ready with Comcast Business. Powering possibilities.
Now through November 16th. New Comcast Business customers can get started with 150 megabit internet plus security for $59.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig package. Call today. Restrictions apply. Requires enrollment in paperless billing and auto-pay with bank account. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Roller Auctions.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Music history.
I've now baptized you in the glory of Led Zeppelin.
Brutal honesty.
Today's just been a bad day for you, Mike. I don't know how else to put it.
And some questionable taste.
I do not heat up leftovers.
Oh, my
I only eat
God.
leftovers cold.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
James Palmer set to join us here in just a second. I got to read this one on the RamosLaw.com text line. Love getting your reaction here on the RamosLaw.com text line, also on our YouTube channel. And this is one. Here we go. Broncos are winning in spite of having a JV quarterback. You know what JV quarterbacks look like, Mike, right? Tell me why I'm wrong.
JVs
are competers. Get out there. Is it just me, or should the Zach by sensitivity smear campaign at least be put on pause right now? Maybe Bo does need 4 or 5 more reps. Well, I don't know. You're right. Should does he need more reps?
We have to have Mark. We have to bring Mark in on that conversation
Before we pause or end that?
Yes.
Okay.
That needs to be a group decision.
Okay. All right. So we'll extend it for today.
Yep.
Okay. And that's perfect, too, because we're at a nice round number. Thanks to today extending it, we are now at day number 300
Perfect.
Of the Zach Pye sensitivity smear campaign. So we'll just kind of, we'll table the conversation until Monday and see what we want to do. But we're at 300 right now.
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah. Some more here on our YouTube channel. This is from Roger Pascal, who says, go back and watch Josh Allen's sophomore season. You bleeps would have run him out of town on a pole by now. There is some truth to that, by the way. We've got the benefit of hindsight, but Josh Allen wasn't very good in his first 2 years. And if he was having those first 2 years here, coming off the Paxton Lynch debacle, I'm not so sure. I promise you, Bronco fans would have been irate with Josh Allen midway through his second season if he played his first 2 years here like he did in Buffalo. So I'm just saying.
And that's what we have to remember also. Bo is still a young quarterback. He's still developing. He's still trying to, take that next step. But it just felt like, to be fair, it just felt like last night he took a big step backwards.
Felt like it. James Palmer, you were watching. He joins us now as part of our He Bats cleanup in our all-star lineup of NFL insiders all week, from Mike Kliss to Joel Klatt to Dan Orlowski to James Palmer. All right, James, is this a win that Broncos country can and should feel good about?
Guys, I was there in person, witnessed it. Right there. What glorious game that was last night. Listen, you have 8 wins. That's all that matters. But the part that stands out to me, and I was looking at the stats and breaking down the research of it this morning, we have not seen a quarterback play like this and win like this in over a decade. With a 60% completion percentage, 14 touchdowns, 7 interceptions in these 8 wins with an 83 rating. No lie, we have not, with the stats there, seen a quarterback play like this and win like this in about a decade. And I think Brock Osweiler was the last one doing it with Houston. And before that, I think it was Peyton Manning in the Super Bowl year. So you can still find ways to win. As all as I take in this and asking around the league and watching every single game that this league plays every week, if there's a year to win kind of ugly and make a playoff push, this is a year to do it. Like, if you have a good defense and you run the football in the NFL this season, you legitimately have a chance. That has not always been the case in years past with the way you see Mahomes play or Allen play or Lamar play or different guys in the AFC specifically. This year feels like the type of year, even if you're not playing great offensive football, you have a chance to make a run. So it needs to improve, obviously, certainly. No argument there. But if there's any year to play like this, is my point, this might be the year to be able to do it.
How do you improve, James? I mean, how do they get this offense back on track? How do they get this offense just to be competent to help this defense out?
I'm starting to think so. Is it back on track? Have we seen it, like, consistently dominant? Like, that's kind of our issue. I think you need to run the football. I mean, J.K. Dobbins had, 4 carries in the first half? I think that plays a part in it. I know that, the Bo seems somewhat uncomfortable when I ask teams that have played against him. It's, he seems to be in a rush. He seems to be in a hurry a little bit. He seems to, for some reason, calm down a little bit in the fourth quarter. Maybe he's just at a comfort level there with sometimes the pacing with being down in some of these games. But, it's disjointed. And being in that locker room, Stoke, honestly, after the game, players feel it. Now, there's no issue in the locker room because you're winning. But I always keep an eye on rooms where there's such a discrepancy between the two sides of the ball. I mean, a massive discrepancy in this locker room between the way the two sides of the ball are playing.
James, you watch every game, every week in the NFL. When you watch the Broncos play offense, you see an offense that seems more complex, more on the plate for the quarterback than other offenses you watch.
No, I don't think so. I mean, my direct comparison would be to another second-year quarterback, Mike, in Drake May. He has more on his plate than probably any other young quarterback with the way Josh McDaniels runs that offense.
Really?
And he's handling it really, really well.
How? Can you give us some examples?
Yeah, he has now they've done a brilliant job with it. I think this is something, I mean, obviously it's getting talked about in New England, but I've talked to people there recently just kind of about how they've developed Drake and how they've gone on about this. If you look at the way they're playing, like, there wasn't a whole lot of play action early in the season. You don't like a young quarterback sometimes to turn his back to the defense, right, and not see it for a second. And that has come along over the last couple of weeks. They've kind of had, all right, let's add this week. Let's add this week. And they keep putting more on him. He has a lot of calls at the line of scrimmage. He does a lot at the line to change things. And what I'm seeing from him, honestly, the comfort level is there because of the way they've developed him. I'm not saying Denver's done anything wrong. I'm just saying this has stood out with the development of another second-year quarterback to where let's put a little bit more on you this week. Let's add this. Let's add this. Oh, you can do it? Okay. And they overloaded him early, and then they started adding everything as the weeks, kind of went on. And, like, 3rd and long is not a problem for Drake May. I mean, you look at this offense here in Denver, it's like if there's a penalty and Sean's at the podium saying, I'm looking on my call sheet and I'm looking at third downs here, and a lot of these are the part of the call sheet I don't want to be looking at on third down. I mean, understandable. You want to be a 3rd and short. But you go watch Drake May play right now, and it's like 3rd and long, no problem. We'll convert it. It's fascinating to watch the way that they've gone downfield successfully, the way that they've kind of evolved that offense where Drake's also playing with no run game, really, most of the season. And so we see other offenses be complex. We're seeing, a lot of heavy personnel across the league right now, and it's been kind of the in vogue thing with your tight ends, playing multiple guys at a time. And I don't think Bo has too much on his plate. I talk to defenses and say there are guys open in this offense. There are. There's players open to hit. He just doesn't seem to have a whole lot of comfort right now, and he'd probably be the first one to tell you that.
James, how do you think the Broncos match up against the Chiefs?
Oof. Listen, I was talking to somebody about this last night, and really the Chiefs' defensive line is a major concern. And I think Denver matches up with these skill guys actually really well that Patrick Mahomes has. And I think the way the pass rush is going and the speed in which they're getting off and the way the tackles have played of late, we'll see if Josh Simmons comes back. He's back in the building, the rookie left tackle there. So we'll see if he's back by the time the Broncos play on the field. But I think they match up really well. I really do. So I think there are more concerns in Kansas City right now than people are saying. We know the offense can put up some points, but now I'm starting to look at who they put the points up against. And I think there is that part of it. So I think Denver matches up really, really well. And if Surtain can come back, we'll see. I don't know if it's there yet. Then they match up outstanding.
Well, all right, James, this defense, have you seen enough from this Broncos defense to be convinced they're all that? Or are you still reserving complete judgment till you see how they look against the Chiefs next week?
I think they're all that, Mike. I really do. I mean, you can't be like 37 sacks above everybody else over the last 2 years at this point and just kind of go, well, I don't know. Like, the front is too good. I think it allows you to do some different things defensively. I think they were always kind of planning for Dre Greenlaw in the back end of the season. I don't think they'll admit it, but I think they've always kind of thought this second half of the year is really where we need him to kind of be in addition to this defense. I think you're seeing now a playmaking safety in Talanoa Hufanga, who we knew the talent was there. If he stays healthy, I mean, I was talking to him after the game, like, his anticipation is unbelievable. There were plays last night, guys, where he's just standing in the hole waiting by the time the players run, and they run right at where he's standing. Like, you have talent on multiple levels, and I think when you have a front that plays like this, and I talked to BJ after the game, just as quickly as they get off the ball. I mean, Benito's about, and I know this is wild to say, he's about as quick as Von Miller with that first step, and that is high praise, and that's coming from a lot of people around the league. And so when you can play that well up front with JFM and Allen and everybody in that whole group, you always have a chance. And I think that's what's helping them right now. But I'm just worried right now with the way the offense is playing, Mike. If you play mediocre defense for a game, and just say, and they're allowed to have it, a mediocre game as a defense, you're in trouble. Just kind of the margin for error right now with the way this team is playing on both sides.
And I know we're running up against it. I got to ask this one more question because you being there around Sean yesterday, and you've been around Sean all year long. What vibe are you picking up from Sean? Are you picking up he's confused, he's angry, he is befuddled as to what's going on with this offense? How would you describe his mindset when you listen to him talk after a game like last night's?
Yeah, Sean's never really confused. I would say that. I mean, he's been around long enough to have some answers. I do think there's some frustration, certainly. And when I think I was on with you guys last week talking, or maybe the week before, about some of these defenses I've talked to that have been a little bit predictable. I'm curious if he's having to call the game in a certain way and how the play calling is going from what he's seeing and where he's being forced to call certain plays. And obviously this is a part of a growth that this offense is going through. I think he's being patient with it, but I think there is frustration. I certainly do. He's put everything into Bo Nix right now. Like he's put a lot of this on Bo. And he needs his player to come out and do, his end of the bargain. Like I mentioned, there are guys open. That's frustrating for a play caller.
All right.
Certainly. And so I think that there's frustration there, but there is absolutely, when I talk to guys in the room, they're happy for this weekend, Mike. They're happy to have this break. They've been going at it, and I think it's an opportunity that you can really reassess some things and take a moment to breathe and see what's working and what's not.
All right, James, thank you.
All right. See you, Mike.
James Palmer, there he goes. Up next, we jump back into your takes, your reaction to a Broncos win that doesn't really feel like a win. And we'll talk about what the Rockies did yesterday. Is this a move that signals a brand new start at 20th and Blake? That's next.
This Veterans Day, Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan needs your help as we look to give back to those who have served their country. Teaming up with Foundation Cadillac, Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is giving away 1 year of free oil changes to one of our state's many veterans. To nominate a current or former service member, head to denversports.com/veteran. That's denversports.com/veteran. To all our nation's veterans, we at Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan thank you for your service.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Hey, let me ask you a question. You live with back pain, neck pain, worried about needing surgery. How about taking all those habit-forming medications? Well, my guys at Spine One specialize in treatments that offer alternatives to major surgery and long-term medication. And here's the best part. You can do what I did. Start your journey toward pain-free today. That's right. They're a phone call away. Same-day appointments, 303-367-2225, 303-367-BACK. Spine One, complete medical center for spine care. They've got exams, MRIs, physical therapy, treatment options, all in one facility. And the thing I love, man, I sat down with the doctor. They walked me through the MRIs. I said, said, this is why you're in pain, and here's how we're going to get you out of pain. I suffered with debilitating back pain for decades, to the point where it just checked me out of life. Couple of short visits to my guys at Spine One, and the next thing you know, I'm back playing golf again. I'm back sleeping through the night again, and things I couldn't do for decades, I was doing again, all thanks to my guys at Spine One. If that sounds like you, don't live that way any longer. Call them today and start your journey just like I did. 303-367-2225, 303-367-BACK, or online at spine1.com.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore, and every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Veterans Day is a moment where we express gratitude towards the folks who have served on our behalf, our veterans. And Navy Federal Credit Union celebrates veterans of all branches and their families on Veterans Day and every day of the year. They serve over 2 million veterans, and as a veteran, you can become a member and access exclusive rates, discounts, and financial tools for the whole family. Become a member at NavyFederal.org/veterans. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
Black Friday is going on now at every AutoNation store. Hurry in and save for a limited time. Buy with 0 down. Plus, make no payments till next year. Shop new and used cars, trucks, SUVs, even top luxury models. Drive with 0 down. Plus, no payments till next year. Save your cash for the holidays. Go to your nearest AutoNation store now.
Limited term financing on approved credit. 90-day deferred payment. Interest accrues from date of purchase. See store for details.
Hey, Stoke here from my friends at Cajun Wealth. Choosing the right financial advisor is one of the best investments you can make for your future. Cajun Wealth's fiduciary advisors helped me craft a plan that reflects my goals, timeline, and values. They took the time to understand my risk tolerance and gave me options, not pressure. I'm a client now because I saw the difference. If you want a wealth management plan that's tailored to you, call my friends at Cajun Wealth today. Their core philosophies, low expenses, manager tenure, and tax efficiency set them apart. Call Cajun Wealth today and take the stress off your shoulders. 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100. Or you can find them online at TrajanWealth.com. That's TRAJAN Wealth.com. They have offices located in Broomfield, Greenwood Village, and Loveland. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter. Dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, SEC registered investment advisor, client, paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
At Ameristar, the best memories don't trend, they last. They're stories we're still telling 20 years later, like winning big at a table with your closest friends, or going all out on a night you hope lasts forever. Like watching your team clinch the playoffs on a giant screen, or stepping away for a weekend you'll never forget. Whatever you do it for the memories, and we'll do everything we can to make them last. Ameristar Blackhawk. Come visit or book your next memories at AmeristarBlackhawk.com. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is Jeff for Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we help Greg.
Hi, my name is Greg. I've been a patient of Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic for over 10 years. I noticed that I was really tired. I was lethargic. I didn't sleep really well, and I was overweight. My waist was 4 inches over what it should have been. It was really difficult for me to lose the body shape I didn't like. And of course, my marriage, yes. No man in their 40s wants to have low libido in their marriage. I'm really thankful for this therapy because it just makes me feel the man I want to be, active, at home, everywhere. If you're feeling like I was, call the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic today and get checked. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Thanks, Greg. It's true. Low T therapy will likely change your life. Your initial appointment is only $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
This segment on The Fan is brought to you by Embers Golf, where your passion meets the green.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider, Mike Kliss. Presented by Fitness Gallery. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Sharp criticism.
Mark Schlereth a pansy.
Cries for help.
Dude, wake up.
No.
I need better from you.
And a little bit of tough love.
If the truth gives you a wedgie, then you know what? Buy better underpants.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
It is a Bronco Reaction Friday. It's a Victory Friday. Got to remind ourselves, I think, on days like this, after performances like last night, they are 8-2. And there is something to the idea that if I had told you before the season began that after they played the Vegas Raiders on a Thursday night game, they would be 8-2 and winning 7 in a row, you would happily, giddily sign up for that, no questions asked. And you, at that point, would say, I don't care what it looks like. If they're 8-2 with 7 wins in a row, sign me up. Well, we've arrived at that point where the rubber meets the road. So how do you, Brandon Stokley, choose to look at the Denver Broncos at 8-2?
Nervously. Just nervous about them trying to go on a run here and beat good football teams. Beat really good football teams when it matters the most, when your offense is that inept. So that's my concern. But man, 8-2 is 8-2. You put yourself in a good position to play in meaningful games late in the season and in the playoffs. So I'm just hoping that the offense finds a little bit of a spark here. Finds something that can get it going just a little bit to help this great defense out. Now, it wasn't all terrible offensively.
Excuse me?
It wasn't all terrible offensively. They did do...
What are you talking about, Willis? Sorry.
They had a 10-play... Yeah, no, I know that one. They had a 10-play, 47-yard drive there at the end of the game to seal the game.
True.
Right? 4 minutes and 26 seconds off the clock, game over.
Yeah.
So it wasn't all they made some plays. They got the running game going. And then, oh, by the way, you had a 3rd and 1. Bo Nix rolls out, finds Troy Franklin for a big gain. There you go. Right? They closed the game out. So that was a positive there. We can't forget that.
And they did have a really good drive going before Sean. Listen, I'm the biggest Sean fan out there. I'm not the president of the Shawnees. That would be Mark. But when they did that, when Bo threw the ball back to Cortland, I was like screaming at my television, "What are you doing?" Because they had been running the ball. There was some balance to the offense, and it was a 3rd and 1, right? Was it a 3rd and 1 at the 34, something like that? And at that point, I'm thinking, okay, I
36.
36. I'm quite comfortable with them. I don't really totally. Here's why I am with the whole for the whole run the ball crowd. I know that J.K. Dobbins and his stats and his yards per carry indicate that he should be getting more carries, but I still do not believe that this is a team that can consistently run the football when everybody knows they're going to run the football. So, but even at that point though, 3rd and 1, I was like, 2 cracks at it, they should be able to get a yard and keep this drive going. But
right.
when they tried to. I'm like, yo, Sean, come on now, man. I love you, but stop. That is the definition of trying to be too cute. Way too cute.
Yeah.
And it cost them. I mean, they're lucky because then they tried the ill-advised field goal. Lutz came up short from 59, and clearly it was a tough night to kick the football. Raiders missed a kick. Poor Crawshaw was like hitting the ball off the side of his foot. He had the shanks. I made a note. Crawshaw punting like Stokley from 148 in with a 9-iron.
Hosel Rockets.
Yeah,
he's got to be better. I mean, look, you're gonna have wind.
Right. Yeah.
Most of these games are some of them are outside.
Yeah,
it might be windy. It might be cold. What happens when it starts snowing?
You may have to go to Buffalo, Baltimore, Foxborough to try to win a game. Guess what? They play outdoors in the winter.
What are we going to do? Just go for it every time? I mean, so that's gotta be better. I don't want to hear about the wind. It was windy, but it wasn't.
Yeah, right.
We're probably going to see worse.
Right.
At some point.
I didn't see the goalposts twisting and turning like we were in Buffalo or something. Yeah.
Exactly. But I did like that last drive. They did what they had to do, and they didn't give the Raiders a chance to, get another chance at a field goal. So That was a huge. Troy Franklin got to stay in bounds though. You know, he catches the ball and he runs. You gotta just slide or something. You can't go out of bounds in that situation. Didn't hurt the Broncos. They ended up closing out. So that was a good finish by the offense.
By the way, have you ever seen a game? Can you remember the last time you saw a game where a team was called for 2 offensive wide receiver pass interference calls?
I mean, the one was terrible. I forgot, was that on Troy Franklin or Pat Bryant? It was.
I thought the one on Bryant was real ticky-tack.
That was terrible.
I thought they were both ticky-tack, honestly.
So, no, I mean, you just got to, because this offense isn't good enough to overcome penalties. You know, some offenses, okay, we can get this back, but this offense, it's not good enough to overcome negative plays.
Well, that's the question I want to toss out, kind of our question of the morning that I think we've evolved to at this point. And that is, the Broncos are 8-2. Yeah, the Broncos have won 7 in a row. But at 8-2, what kind of football team do you think they are right now? What kind of football team do you think you're watching right now? We'll get to your reaction to that coming up. In honor of Veterans Day, Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and Foundation Cadillac are giving a veteran a year of oil change service as a small thank you for their service. To nominate someone you know, head to denversports.com/veteran. That's denversports.com/veteran. To all of our nation's veterans, we at Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan thank you for your service.
In familiar fashion, Denver's defense held their own, while Sean Payton and Bo Nix found just enough to earn their first divisional win of the season. As the back half of the season begins, can the Broncos keep up their improbable winning ways? Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I don't know what it is like when guys – well, I do know what it's like when guys get together. But whatever it's like when women get together, we guys, we're tame compared to that. Last week, my wife hosted her big ladies group. I mean, these women can party. Very intimidating. I hid upstairs. My wife always puts on a great party spread, and she included Daisy, French onion, and Daisy ranch dips. Came down after everyone had left. And just as I expected, not much of the dips were left. No surprise, Daisy dips are as delicious as a homemade dip. They're made with real herbs and spices and other ingredients you'd find right in your own kitchen. For all your favorite gatherings, sporting events, and planning ahead to Thanksgiving, make sure you have plenty of Daisy French onion and Daisy ranch dips on hand, available at a grocery store near you.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here. I was talking to my buddy Troy Hansford about the housing market. Told me, hey, over this last year, the market's gone from one of the hottest it's ever been to prices declining, something people haven't seen in a long time here in Denver, Colorado. And if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now's the time to sell it, still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my buddy Troy's still offering his $5,000 guarantee. What is it, you ask? Well, if he can't sell your house at your price on your timeline, he's going to scratch you a check for $5,000. Come on, who else makes that offer? The answer is nobody I know makes that offer. Troy can make that offer because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families right now that are approved and ready to buy. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house all cash and he can close in as little as 7 days. If you've got a house to sell, give him a call. 720-900-4433. That's 720-900-4433. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money. Hey, Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. Want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy. 720-900-4433.
You could save thousands of dollars on the products your business uses the most with the Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred Pricing. Registering is free and easy. Just have your tax ID or business or contractor's license ready. But don't wait. The current preferred pricing benefit will end on November 15th. Visit your local Pro Desk to register now and unlock the deepest savings on the products you choose.
Roberto Coin is passion.
Roberto Coin is art.
Roberto Coin is love.
And Roberto Coin is right where you'd expect to find it. Williams Jewelers of Inglewood. I'm Dylan Williams.
And I'm Dylan's sister Shayna, inviting you to our exciting Roberto Coin Holiday Trunk Show Friday and Saturday, November 7th and 8th.
This holiday, give her the iconic fashion, the wearable Italian artistry of the incomparable Roberto Coin.
Handcrafted in Vicenza, Italy, these gorgeous 18-karat earrings, necklaces, bracelets, and rings have made Roberto Coin the #1 Italian jewelry designer in the world.
And this holiday, Roberto Coin jewelry starts at under $750.
So come find your passion and the perfect gift.
The Roberto Coin Holiday Trunk Show, Friday and Saturday, November 7th and 8th at Williams Jewelers of Inglewood.
Where Colorado shines.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
on the corner of Bellevue and Broadway, where Colorado shines.
Things are just better with a partner or a friend. And when it comes to losing weight, Soda Weight Loss makes it easier than ever to let go of the weight for good.
I'd been wanting to lose weight, and I tried on my own. I'd been seeing things for soda, and so we talked to the nutritionist and loved every bit of it. I couldn't be happier, honestly, with the result.
Join with a partner and only pay for one. Imagine achieving all your weight loss goals together with your partner, and you only pay for one.
I've let go 50 pounds, and I don't have the cravings that I used to have.
I would definitely recommend soda. It's because it works. I even recommended it to my daughter, and she's on her journey now.
Just go and look at the almost 9,000 Google reviews about soda weight loss. Lose the weight without injections, without medications, without hunger. Get started now at sodaweightloss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com. Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
The wait is over. AC/DC's back live Power Up Tour, July 28th. Empower Field at Mile High. Tickets on sale Friday at 12 noon at Ticketmaster.com. July 28th, Empower Field at Mile High. Don't miss AC/DC.
Brandon Stokley here from my team, ROX, Rocks Heating and Air. Are you ready for winter? Worries you might need a new furnace? Don't know where to begin? Rocks Heating and Air makes it incredibly easy with their new, free, no obligation online heating and cooling quote. It takes less than 5 minutes and gives you options instantly. No calls, no waiting, and transparent pricing. Only at ROX, Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX, Rocks Heating and Air.
Eli Manning here, reminding you there's nothing like football and King's Hawaiian Sliders. King's Hawaiian Sliders make you a winner on game day. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your grocery store.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Relentless mind games.
Are you trying to get me in an oh really right now?
Total accountability.
You're always throwing your teammates under the bus. That's just what you do.
And a sprinkle of advanced analytics.
The Boo rating, BOO, which is balls over opponent.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Well, apparently Broncos country wants it all. Based on the reaction we're getting today, 8-2 is not good enough. As we ask the question, what does 8-2 mean to you? Let's see some of the reaction on our RamosLaw.com text line. They are a defensive team with a young quarterback still in the process of growing. Another one. No, Nick's sophomore slump on pace for same statistical year as last year. Would have loved to have seen him take a big jump this year, but thankfully we aren't witnessing a C.J. Stroud-esque slump. What kind of 8-2 team are they? Frauds. They're going to get exposed next Sunday against KC. It's going to be Sunday, Bloody Sunday. That's from Trucker Jake.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think they match up well against Kansas City. Offense has got to be just a little bit better, right? I mean, just a little bit more consistent.
Well, that shouldn't be hard.
Well,
after last night.
Well, it's this isn't a group that I'm expecting to go out there and score 30 a game, but just be competent. The 3 and outs, it's just like, oh my gosh, you got to get a couple first downs. Help your defense. Let them rest for a little bit. So it's not like I'm hoping that all of a sudden they're the Broncos of 2013. That's not going to happen. So you're just hoping for a couple first downs. Let's change the field position. Those types of things can help you go a long way when you have a defense like they have right now.
Here's what I think they are at 8-2. They're a good team. They're a playoff team.
Yeah.
And that's not bad. I mean, considering for what we've watched the last several years here in year 2, to be able to confidently sit here with 7 games left in the season and say, oh, yeah, this is a good football team. It's a playoff football team.
Yeah, it's good. And we're not happy.
But they're not a contender.
And we're not happy.
They're not a contender. And that's the thing. They're 8-2. They're a good team. They're a playoff team. But there is no part of me right now that thinks this is a team that can make a deep run in the playoffs. None at all. The only chance they have right now is if they just get favorable matchups in the playoffs, meaning you draw the Steelers or you draw the Patriots. You know, I'm not sold on the Patriots. They may be more of a paper tiger than the Broncos are.
Yeah.
Look at their schedule. Or you draw a team like that you can maybe avoid, you know, the real powers out there. Because I just don't see a team that can compete with the teams that we all assume are the iron of the AFC.
I don't know. I think I disagree with you there.
Really?
I do.
You feel confident about this team?
No, I don't feel
in the
confident.
Playoffs, hosting. I'm not even talking about going on the road. Hosting Kansas City in a playoff game. Hosting Buffalo in a playoff game. Hosting Baltimore in a playoff game.
Yeah, I think this team can beat anyone and go toe-to-toe with them. Because I don't think there's a heavyweight in the AFC. I saw Buffalo go to Atlanta and get embarrassed by the Falcons. Flat out embarrassed. This Ravens team, I don't know what they have going on over there right now. I don't even know if they're going to make the playoffs. I mean, they're playing much better. Kansas City, come on. I'm not scared of Kansas City.
So you still think this team is a deep in the playoff, maybe even AFC championship contender?
No, yes, I think they have that potential because of how great this defense is.
Okay.
Now, offensively, you got to just do – that's what I'm saying. You got to just do a little bit more. That's it. Just a little bit more. Just be competent. That's it. You know, you don't have to be this offense that's going out there scoring 30 for this team to go on this great run.
But where's the evidence that they can even be competent?
That's the problem, Mike. But I still think in moments, like we've seen in moments, it be a okay offense. And that's really all you need. I've seen Bo do it. Saw Bo do it a lot last year. So I don't know, you know, I like this coaching staff. I think they're going to take a deep dive. They're going to look at what they need to change up. And hopefully that helps spark this offense a little bit and get it going. And then, you know, but when you have a defense like they have right now, and you got a chance. You really do. And so I think offensively they'll figure it out to be better because I do believe in this coaching staff, and I think Bo will get better.
On the RamosLaw.com text line from Cornelius. This is an 8-2 team that smells like poo. Well, I don't know why the use of poo that way just makes me laugh. But anyway, let's switch gears here quickly. That too. What the Rockies did yesterday. Hey, you're a Dick Monfort guy. I assume Walker Monfort too. How do you feel about the move that is? It was considered a splash hire. Bringing in Paul DePodesta, the guy who his character was portrayed by Jonah Hill in the movie Moneyball. That was him as your new head of baseball ops for the Rockies. Great move. How would you define it?
Yeah, I mean, it's better than what has been happening. You know, I like the fact that they're going outside, bringing a new, fresh set of eyes in here to look at this organization to see what needs to change, what direction it needs to go. I mean, DePodesto's been working in the NFL.
10 years. Cleveland, by the way.
Yeah. So
Rockstar.
He went from baseball to the NFL, now he's back to baseball. Okay. I'm glad that they're trying something different now, Mike. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, and I guess the bar was set so ridiculously low that they were able to jump over it simply by bringing in a guy from the outside, and they're being complimented for it. But this is just, to me, it's just like you kind of went, you know, down the road, but you didn't go all the way. You stopped short. It's an underwhelming choice for me, especially when you consider that the two guys that were considered the front runners backed out. Well, why did they back out? I mean, guys who are, you know, working in the league right now are, you know, considered prime executives to run a franchise. Why would they back out?
They don't want to go to a bad situation.
Nope, I don't agree with that at all. I think the Rockies situation, if you are given all the resources to go out and shape this thing the way you want, I think the challenge of winning in Colorado would be something that would absolutely intrigue a young, innovative, creative executive. The fact that they bailed tells me what? Tells me, A, Rockies weren't willing to pay the going rate for somebody like that, or they weren't willing to give up complete control to somebody else. And they still want to be able to play GM. Walker Monfort wants to play a little GM. Dick Monfort wants to play a little GM. Yeah, I heard Jake Shapiro on with the Drive yesterday. He was great. He said, you based on his reporting, when Nolan Arenado got traded, at that point, Dick Monfort felt that Chris Bryant was a better player than Nolan Arenado, and that Bryant was the guy he wanted instead of Arenado. So there you go.
That worked out well.
But that's my point. So I give them some credit for at least following through and going outside the organization. But you're talking about a guy who has not been a true general manager since 2004, 2005.
Yeah, but
in the last 10 years, he's been doing football.
How hard is it?
Well,
I mean, if you did it at one time,
yeah, but he didn't even do it well.
Well, that's
he was with the Dodgers for 2 years and then he got fired.
I mean, I just like the fact that they're looking outside and they're bringing in a new fresh set of eyes here to look at this thing and hopefully, do some things differently and make some good moves, hopefully, and turn this thing around.
I'll leave it at this. It's not a horrible move, okay? I'm not bashing the move. I'm just saying that.
You didn't think they would go outside the organization.
Well, I didn't, but then when they say they were going to, and then I started hearing the names involved, I was starting to get excited. So,
well, those guys probably had better opportunities, don't you think?
I don't think they got better opportunities. I think they weren't
didn't like the situation.
They just weren't shown the love by the Monforts. It's an okay move. It's a solid move, but for what I was hoping for and expecting and being led to believe was going to happen, I still find it kind of underwhelming. What say you, Rockies fan? Let us know. RamosLoud.com text line 303-713-1043 on our YouTube channel, Denver Sports YouTube channel. Subscribe and start getting involved there. What a friend of Sean is saying about his Q. That's next.
The Rockies are making moves. Per multiple reports, Colorado is hiring Cleveland Browns executive Paul DePodesta as their new president of baseball operations. Does the analytic expert have the right tools to bring winning baseball back to Coors Field? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, I wore glasses for a long time, but when I started needing readers to see menus, text, read stats, watch my film on the computer, I decided to go to Dr. Cudarelli at Cudarelli Vision for refractive lens exchange. And it was a game changer for me. It could be for you too. Join Dr. Cudarelli for his live webinar November 12th at noon. Learn about refractive lens exchange from Cudarelli Vision RLE. It's a free webinar and perfect opportunity for you to meet Dr. Cudarelli and have him answer all your questions about Cudarelli Vision RLE. Questions like, what is refractive lens exchange? How long does it take? How much does it cost? All those things. Cudarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. He can tell you when it's the right time for RLE like he did for me. So register for the webinar at ColoradoRLE.com. It's November 12th at noon. Cudarelli Vision RLE. No readers, no glasses, contacts, or cataracts. Check them out at ColoradoRLE.com.
Dan owed an unbelievable amount of money to the IRS.
I got behind on my taxes. It's a horrible feeling.
He was in denial.
And when I got those letters from the IRS, you wanted to act like they didn't exist.
Finally, Dan turned to Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima got me a settlement with the IRS. These people are really people-friendly. It was every bit of a new lease on life for me.
The fast action and the great results made Dan's head spin.
I felt like I was in a dream, but it's real, and I have paperwork to prove it. They got the job done, and life is good.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation.
If you're worried about what's going to happen with the IRS, stop worrying. Make the call now.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity. Imagine all that could happen in 5 years. Jobs may change, kids are going to grow, new memes will come out, but also, what if you had reliable, intelligent Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years? Well, thanks to Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you actually don't have to worry about that part of your future. You're guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to your devices that need them the most, that finds and fixes any issues before you even notice them. It's like a super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from threats online. Plus, you get incredible gaming speeds on multiple devices with no one battling for bandwidth. For the next 5 years, all your devices are going to be working in perfect harmony, and you get our best equipment with no annual contracts, no fees, no strings attached. So even though your kids will grow up and you still won't understand what 6-7 means, your internet will stay sharp, reliable, and most importantly, the price will stay put. All with the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Select plans only.
Have an easy holiday at Staples. Save on top tech and gaming gifts, shipping supplies and services to get your packages there safely. Even custom cards and wrapping paper. Staples, that was easy.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Jacob's Law, 303 Law 4040.
Joel Klatt, the nation's leading voice in college football, joins Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth every Wednesday morning. Presented by Groove Toyota. Here we go! Tune in at 8:10 for exclusive insight, bold analysis, and maybe just a hint of shenanigans. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Short-term memory loss.
I don't remember. What was the reason I gave for earlier?
Oh, my goodness. Okay. I don't remember what you said. You think I remember the reason?
Ironclad sources.
One of the biggest haters in my life, my wife. My wife. She will even vouch for that story.
And spontaneous karaoke.
New additions like Ronnie, Bobby,
Ricky and Mike.
If I like a girl who can cool it down.
Slow it down.
Watch out, I'm gonna lose control.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Happy Friday to all of you. Bronco Reaction Friday, Bronco Victory Friday. Stink is in Carolina this morning. He was on for the first 2 hours of the show, but he's had to head on over to the Panthers facility to prep there, and he'll be calling Panthers and Saints this weekend on Fox. We're spending a good chunk of this morning, and I want to send all my apologies to Vance Joseph and the Broncos defense. Such is the world we live in as football fans that we are obsessed and consumed with offense and young quarterback play and play calling, that a defense that was absolutely dominant yesterday, unfortunately, gets the short shrift this morning. But we're trying to figure out,
You know who, just real quick, you know who the special teams coach, we blocked that punt. Do you know who the special teams coach is for the Raiders?
Special teams coach?
Yeah, for the Raiders.
For the Raiders.
I saw him on the sideline after the punt, and I was like, God, I know that guy. Forgot his name, but I know that guy.
Was he here?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. I'm trying to think of the guys that were here. Is it Tom McMahon?
Yes, look at you. Was that the funny one? We had one that was really funny. Where did all those drops go? It was classic stuff.
Yeah.
He was talking about, was that the 22 Janos guy? Or was that a different guy?
Oh, I don't think so.
Well,
maybe. I have to go back and look that up.
Okay. Yeah, but he had some great drops there.
He did. So that's the guy, huh?
Some things haven't changed.
The Riz got the better of McMahon.
Yeah.
Finally. Thank goodness. I was starting to wonder.
Barely.
But as we try to figure out what to do with this offense, you at least have the makings of a plan moving forward here. What to do with the offense.
Yeah. I mean, I think first you try to just simplify things. And that means just, whether it be, hey, we're going to get in 2 tight end package here, and we're going to stick in that, and we're going to stay with that, and that's kind of be our base formation. Or we're going to go 3 wides, and we're not going to be rotating in and out of personnel groupings every other play, and we're just going to try to help get our quarterback as comfortable as possible, get him the line of scrimmage as quick as possible, make his reads maybe a little bit easier, slow things down for him maybe, call plays that he's very comfortable with. and we're just going to keep doing that. We're going to try to keep it as simple as possible right now. So hopefully this thing can start moving in the right direction. If that doesn't work, then you got to change play callers. Then Sean's got to give up the play calling and give it over to someone else. I mean, that's just what you have to do. Because, if this defense wasn't that good and this team was 4-6, I'd be like, whatever, do whatever you want. But you got to try everything, anything and everything to fix this offense and just make it, again, I keep saying competent, just competent. We don't need to see special. Just be competent. And if you are, this team could do great things.
Because with defenses, we all know that winning consistently with a great defense is not really a proven thing in the NFL. It's not really long-term sustainable. Now, it can look really good for a year or a couple years, but it's been proven to be hard to sustain. So when you got a defense like this, you don't want to waste it.
And that, well,
you don't want to waste it.
No doubt about it.
And you are in danger of wasting it.
Yeah, I mean, certainly. If you play like that, it's going to be hard. I mean, the Raiders stink. But, when you have an offense like the Broncos offense, you're going to find yourself in some of these games against bad teams and that you should be dominating, but it ends up being close games because your offense just can't get out of its own way. This offseason is all about the offense. Interior line, playmakers around Bo. I mean, everything has to go all in on offense.
So the time frame here that we're talking about. So you give Sean the Chiefs game and this mini bye to reassess how he wants to move forward with this offense. You give him the Chiefs game to show signs of that. If not, then you take the benefit of the bye week, 2 weeks, to then hand the play calling off to somebody else. Is that your time frame?
Yep.
Okay.
I think that's because you have that bye coming up. You got a nice little mini bye, like you said, this weekend, and I think you can kind of take a step back, talk to your staff, your offensive guys to see how you can help this offense out, and then if that doesn't work, now you got to let someone else, look at it and what their philosophy is, what they think, and how they call plays. Maybe that will jumpstart this offense, and you can implement that during the bye week. So I think that ought to be the schedule here moving forward, but you can't just continue to do the same thing, right? You got to change something up here. This has been going on for too long this year.
Well, it's going to be debated all day long and over the weekend. How much of it is Sean's play calling philosophy? How much of it is Bo Nix? Chase Daniel, who was a quarterback for many years with Sean, knows that offense very well and has had plenty of great things to say about Bo Nix during this offseason. Had this to say last night after what he watched.
Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos can no longer play like this. Bo Nix has people open downfield. It's open. It might not be the best play calling in the world. It might not be all this, but I'm telling you right now, when I'm watching the game and I know Sean Payton's offense, there's stuff open and he's just not seeing it. And that's fine. He saw it all last year. He's seen it for a lot of games, but it's been a little troublesome. It's sort of carried over to this year and it hasn't gotten any better. I don't think he's on a second-year slump, but he just seems to be in a hurry in the pocket. I'm not going to say go as far as he's seeing ghosts, but every single throw, whether it's mechanically or maybe his arms hurt or something, every ball is just dying. And that's a little concerning because when I watch the film, we see stuff open, he's in a hurry in the pocket. Like he's not getting his feet set. He's always had really good mechanics throwing the football. He's always had really good footwork. And look, drops have been an issue. I know that a lot of Broncos fans wanted you guys to go out and get a stud receiver, the guy from Miami or whoever it may be. That didn't happen. The reason why you're winning games, obviously, is your defense. Your defense is legendary. I mean, the most sacks in the first 9 games or 10 games in almost in NFL history. Your special teams, you block a punt, and you barely win, and you make just enough plays. I want to see this offense unleashed because it is truly an offense that can go. You got to have some speed guys, but Bo Nix right now, he's not seeing it.
I hate to say this, okay? But But as I was watching him yesterday in the pocket, escaping the pocket very quickly, running out the back of the pocket, retreating and throwing off his back foot, I'm not kidding.
Don't do it.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby!
Don't push the button.
Don't you put that on us!
I was getting Russ vibes.
Broncos country.
Oh, no.
Let's ride.
No,
Why would you
seriously.
do that?
No, I'm sorry.
It's over.
No,
We are screwed.
There were times I was watching Bo, I'm like, ooh, that looked like Russ.
Well,
I know, I hate to say it, but come on. I'm not the only one out there thinking that.
I mean, it was really bad. It was. So we got to still remember that. I think we have to remember that he is still a very young quarterback, right?
Yep.
Right?
Sure.
That's still developing, that's still trying to improve and get better and grow. And to think that he wasn't going to have some bad outings, some bad moments this year, I think, your expectations were, out of whack. So hopefully that's what it is. Just a bump in the road as we go along here, and things will start getting better. And he'll start looking like things have slowed down for him, not that they're getting faster and faster and faster. I mean, so I don't know how they do that. How do you slow things down for a quarterback? Right? That's the question. How do you help Bo out? That's what this offensive staff has to figure out. So I think maybe, hey, let's just, Sherfield and all these different 3-wide packages and these special things that we want to do with certain groups and that group, and we got to get everyone doesn't have to play. You know that. Like, we can just have guys that play special teams. I don't need to see Sherfield in the lineup. I really don't. He's fine, but let's just keep it as simple as possible. And we're going to go with this 3-wide, and man, this is what we're going to go with down the field. And we're not going to change it. And these are the plays that I like. These are my first down plays. These are my second down plays. These are my third down plays. And let's just help Bo out as much as I think that will help him out.
And everything you're saying makes sense. And I got to believe that Sean and his offensive coaches have had this same exact conversation. So what's keeping him from doing exactly what you say? I have a theory, and I'll share that with you next.
It wasn't pretty, but the Broncos survived a scare from the Raiders and improved to 8-2 on the season. With Kansas City up next, will Sean Payton find a way to get more out of his offense? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
So coming off a summer you felt like you didn't crush, and looking ahead to a holiday season that looks a little overwhelming to you, wondering if you're up to it, maybe if your T levels were where they're supposed to be, you'd be able to crush the upcoming holiday season. If you feel something's off, contact the experienced, compassionate team at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Low testosterone causes a bunch of problems, from low sex drive to bad sleep patterns, unproductive workouts, decreased energy, brain fog, and more. Most guys out there figure, I'm getting a little older, nothing I can do about it. But actually you can. I know, because Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic helped me. 2 years ago, I was running out of steam later in the day. Figured it was because I get up crazy early, but got my T levels checked, and yep, they were a little on the low end. Started low T treatment that day. Today, plenty of energy to tackle a full night of bad offensive football. Schedule a consult, just $99. Start low T treatment that day. Your office visit is free. Got 5 locations around Denver to better serve you, including Fort Collins and Colorado Springs, and a new and improved office in the Rock, Castle Rock. Call 720-440-7900 and at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Looking to sell your used Rolex watch? We buy and sell pre-owned Rolex watches, all styles from old to new. Hi, I'm Scott Matthew with Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry. Bring in your Rolex watch and we will buy it on the spot. Matthews, located in Highlands Ranch, serving Colorado since 1951.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Samantha Flanagan here for Flanagan Law. If you find yourself in a car accident, do not tell the insurance company you are fine. They will hold that against you even if you end up with medical bills 3 months later. Protect your rights. Look for the Shamrock. Go with Flanagan Law.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
On 104.3 HD3. TU hockey skates with Western Michigan in Game 1 with pregame starting at 4:30. Tomorrow on 104.3 HD2. Air Force football faces San Jose State. And on 104.3 HD3, TU hockey skates with Western Michigan in Game 2. Then on The Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams, CSU football faces UNLV. Presented by Rock's Heating and Air with pregame starting at 6:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at WistaraCU.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos.
Candy shaming. I don't know how anybody can eat that. Black licorice? Ugh. 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 Gross.
Fact checking.
I think we have another candidate for the Mike Evans big board of BS.
No way. In the spirit of giving.
Mike is getting an almost new but slightly used snowblower.
Oh, is that his compensation, Mark?
No, that's just out of the goodness of my heart, Stoke.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Somebody told me.
By the way, Stoke, on this Bronco Reaction Friday, Victory Friday, Broncos are 8-2, everybody. I know that maybe you need to be reminded of that with what's been going on today. They have won 7 in a row, too. That's going on. But did you notice? Chop got made an example of. Your guy, Chop.
Chop/Q.
Yeah. Was inactive last night.
There you go.
He got punished.
Yeah.
Let that
what
be
happens?
Let that be an example.
Play better.
If you're a backup and you mess up, we'll make you inactive.
Is that crystal clear?
I think the message got through.
Let's hope so.
Well, that's what you got to do, to young guys. I mean, look, this is your job now. You got to be on top of your game. We can't have these types of mistakes. It's going to cost us football games. So you got to learn how to be a pro, and sometimes these types of things hopefully will help Q start,
being a good pro.
Yeah, learning how to be a pro. It takes time.
On the RamosLaw.com text line, guys, seems like Sean's schemes are not working. Did the Saints have the success they had because of Sean or despite Sean?
Well, you got to have the players. Obviously, we don't have Drew Brees right now. They had a lot of really good players there offensively. That's why I keep saying, and I'm going to say it, this offseason is all about offense. Got to upgrade the talent around Bo. But I think Sean is a really good football coach. He's had a lot of success, okay? And his offenses have been really good. Just not happening right now.
And that brings us to the crux of the problem here with Bo. And here's the important distinction for me. This is not a case of a coach who doesn't really believe in his quarterback, doesn't trust his quarterback, feels like he has to spoon-feed his quarterback. I think what we're watching, and it is to the detriment of Bo and this offense, is Sean believes too much right now in Bo and what he thinks Bo can be, and he wants to just hurry up and get to the finish line. I think what we're seeing is that Sean sees in Bo the potential that, quite honestly, he experienced with Drew Brees. And I think he is in such a hurry to microwave Bo. To get let's get through all these growing pains. Let's throw you into the deep end and let's get to the point fast so I can reap the benefits that I did with Drew and that offense for so many years in New Orleans. But in the process of believing maybe so much in what Bo is capable of, he's giving Bo too much that Bo at this stage of his development just isn't equipped to handle.
Yeah, I think if you feel
so
good.
It's a compliment.
Right.
But in the process of believing so much in Bo, I think he's hurting Bo.
No, I that makes sense. If you're a coach and you have a player that you think is going to be special or could be special and has great talents, then you know what? Let's go. You feel like you can give them a lot and put a lot on their plate. I mean, obviously, Bo, we talked about it earlier. Smart, processes fast. Cecil was calling him the what?
Supercomputer.
Supercomputer coming out.
I've seen a lot of quarterbacks without their shirt on.
He can handle a lot of things. He played a lot of football in college. He's seen a lot. Started a lot of football games. So you think as a coach, here you go.
Right.
And then he had a great rookie year. Okay, we're just going to build off that year. Sometimes it just becomes a little bit too much. And then what happens, Mike, and this was one of my fears heading into the season. Because you played so well last year, now you feel like you have to do more your second year. I have to be better than my first year, or I took a step backwards. And so what happens then? You try to do too much, and then the coaches are giving you more. Well, he handled it last year pretty good, so let's give him more. Let's continue to build off what we did last year. And then instead of moving forward, you actually are moving backwards, and that's what we're seeing happen right now.
So remember, it was a few weeks ago, it was about a month ago, and Sean was asked about all the personnel groups. And he was steadfast in saying, based on my own experience, my own success, and talking to offensive minds around the league that I respect, I just believe there is so much benefit to having a lot of different looks offensively, a lot of different personnel groups, and the stress that it places on a defense and how you can create big plays and explosive offenses. I believe wholeheartedly in that. At that point, you and I had that conversation with Mark, and I said, boy, that does not sound like a guy who's going to back off. If anything, he's going to continue to teach calculus to a bunch of guys who probably are at the Algebra 1 level, and he's going to insist they catch up. At this point, after last night, do you think he amends that? And do you think he says, you know what, I still believe in all that, and I still want to get to that point with this offense, and I want to be doing all these things, but for right now, we got to go in a different direction.
Do I believe that he will come to that conclusion?
Yes.
No.
Why not?
Just because I believe that this is his style. This is what he knows. This is what has worked for him. And so what, you know what, Mike? Did we just never think it was going to be tough? Everything was going to be great? So, yeah, we hit a little bit of a rough patch here. We'll get it fixed.
Push through.
Push through. We're going to just grind through it. I think that's the thought process. I really do. Now, see, I came from having the most success when it was two personnel groups, a 3 wide and a 2 tight. That's pretty much it. 95% of the time. That's what we did in Indy. That was it. And if we got into one of those, and if it's 2 tights and it's working and we like our matchups, guess what? Stokley was just on the sideline chilling. I didn't play much. That's okay. Right? Some games I played a lot. We were in our 3 wide personnel group, and we had success. Well, let's just stay in that for the majority of the game. So I think there's something to be said for that. And when you're doing all these things and it's different groups every single play, that's a lot. That becomes too much. Let's find a group that we feel like we have matchup advantages.
But the group you had, I'll use the Indy comparison here. The group you had in Indy, yeah, it's pretty easy to stay static on offense and keep things simple when you got a Hall of Fame quarterback, a Hall of Fame running back, 2 Hall of Fame wide receivers.
Almost a Hall of Fame slot receiver.
Just
missed out.
And a really good tight end, okay? You don't have that here with this offensive talent.
Right.
And so how much of this personnel grouping is Sean saying,
we're trying to fool you?
Well,
mirrors?
I don't have
smoke and mirrors?
I don't have Marvin Harrison. I don't have Reggie. I don't have Edge. I don't have Stoke.
Yeah.
I don't have Dallas Clark.
No, I hear you.
So I'd love to be able to roll out the same guys if I had those kind of but I don't have those kind of players, and in the process of not having those kind of players, I feel like I have to try to trick people.
So what's
people.
the advantage of all these personnel groupings and every single play? Like, what's the advantage of it going up against the defense? You're trying to get good matchups, right? But when you find a good matchup, let's just roll with it, whatever it may be. And let's not, take that group out and put another group in there.
But that's the question.
Let's let these guys get comfortable on the football field.
Well,
I mean, J.K. Dobbins, thank goodness for him, because he had to speak up. And he said, I need to get in the rhythm of the football game. So now he's in the lineup more. He's getting more carries. How about everybody else? Wouldn't you like to just be on the field a little bit more? And so you can get in a rhythm? It's hard to get in the flow of a football game when you're in one play, you're out 2. You're in one play, you're out 4. So I just think it would be better for everyone. Bo looks up, okay, I got Troy Franklin and Pat Bryant over there, and I got Cortland over here. I know these guys. Let's roll. Let's get in the flow of a game. You got to set defensive backs up, with your moves, your counter moves. What are you doing against them? But if you're only in there 1 out of every 4 or 5 plays, that makes it more difficult to get going. And so I just think that would help everyone involved.
So is Sean's internal battle come down to this? It's a fight between what he wants this offense and what he thinks this offense and quarterback can eventually be versus the reality of what they are now.
Exactly. And now you have to adapt and you have to adjust to who you have and what's working and what's not working. And you have to figure it out. And that's just my thought process of what might help this offense. But what they're doing right now, that's not working, Mike.
Well, I think we've arrived at a crossroads. And which road you going to take here over the next couple of weeks?
It's going to be fascinating to see how they try to fix this offense after this mini bye next week.
Yeah.
Against the Chiefs of all teams.
Honestly, I don't think it's going to change that much. I think if anything's going to change, it's the bye week.
I kind of agree with you.
Okay, we'll get more of your reaction coming up. Also, we'll get to our Survivor picks and maybe a quick sneak peek of who won the fantasy battle yesterday. That's next.
The Fan Flyaway is back, presented by 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. To kick off 2026, DenverSports 1043 The Fan is sending you to Phoenix for the biggest party in golf. Airfare, hotel tickets, and $500 in spending money all included. Head to thefanflyaway.com to register. That's thefanflyaway.com. DenverSports 1043 The Fan.
Cake Mortgage Corp. Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 1734623. Licensed in Colorado by the Division of Real Estate. Terms and conditions apply. These days, we expect everything fast. Streaming, food delivery, even same-day shipping. So why should using the equity in your home to get cash be any different? At Cake Mortgage, we get fast. We just got a client approved for $300,000 in under 24 hours with our Cake Fast Cash program. If you're struggling with high-interest debt, roll it into one low monthly payment and save hundreds or more each month. The best part? You'll keep your current mortgage rate and only pay for what you use. Cake Mortgage. Your fresh-baked fast cash loan is ready to enjoy. So don't wait. Call 720-850-0012. That's 720-850-0012. Or visit cakehome.com. For thousands of 5-star reviews.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next-day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Pros don't just show up. They prove how it's done. with precision and without shortcuts. Makita tools are built the same way, with a dedication to lasting quality, trusted performance, and results that reward your effort year after year. When the job calls for the best, call on Makita. Built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game and the go-to spot for football season with wall-to-wall TVs, hearty eats, ice-cold drinks, and of course, those scenic views. It's a full-on experience whether you're catching college or pro games this season. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
After a car accident, you might wonder, do I really need a lawyer? But at Postman Law, we go beyond the courtroom. We're your single point of contact for insurance, medical bills, and doctors. Get the outcome you deserve without the headache.
Call 844-POSTMAN. Attorney Advertising.
Black Friday is going on now at every AutoNation store. Hurry in and save for a limited time. Buy with 0 down. Plus, make no payments till next year. Shop new and used cars, trucks, SUVs, even top luxury models. Drive with 0 down. Plus, no payments till next year. Save your cash for the holidays. Go to your nearest AutoNation store now. Limited term financing on approved credit. 90-day deferred payment. Interest accrues from date of purchase. See store for details.
It's not too late. There are thousands of kids waiting over a year for a sponsor. End their wait today. Sponsor a child with compassion. Text radio to 83393.
Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Forced surrender.
We tried, didn't work. You have my permission. Have fun.
Opinion shaming.
I think we have another candidate for the Mike Evans big board of BS.
No way. And an occasional superiority complex.
You realize I'm doing a national broadcast, you morons.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Baby.
Oh, you're off. Just a little bit off. Just, it's like the Broncos offense. Just a little bit off.
Just a little bit.
Are they just a little bit off?
No,
Not even close.
No. I was a little bit off. They're way off right now.
They're way off. Hey, speaking of way off, we're like
talking
to, gesturing to Johnny Fever and AI Ty behind the glass, and they were just staring at us, stone face, poker face.
Johnny's yawning.
I can't hear a single thing you say. When
but Ty can, and he usually passes it on to you.
I mean, look, we can always just ask Chicken Finger to do it. I mean, he can come through.
He'll come through for
us.
us.
He'll come through for us.
We'll talk after the show.
Yeah.
We got great ideas. Great ideas for next week. Great ideas.
Already ready to go.
On the RamosLaw.com text line, I've loved the reaction today. Great stuff, both on the text line and also on our YouTube channel. Sean's ego, to prove he is smarter than everyone else, is keeping him from doing what is needed to simplify things, not for just Bo, but the whole team.
I don't think so. See, I just think this is the way Sean's been successful. This is his style. Every coach is different. Every offense coordinator is different, and this has worked for him. So
he believes Bo's capable of doing it.
Exactly. So that's why you continue to do it this way. But I think at some point you have to realize this is not working. And if there's ever a time to realize that, it would be after last night's performance.
Mm-hmm.
And you on a little bit of a mini bye. You have a time, deep breath, evaluate everything that's been going on, evaluate last night, talk to your coaches. How do we get better? How do we improve? What do we need to do to help this team out?
Yeah. And I'm all for scrutinizing Sean Payton's role in all this. But I just feel like in the process of doing that, you give Bo too much of a free pass. He has got to be better. You could talk all you want about simplifying things, but is that going to change the fact that he seems to be rattled by the rush, that he's anticipating a rush that isn't there or isn't there yet, and he's quickly bailing out of the pocket, or he's backing up in the pocket and throwing off his back foot, or he's rolling to his right and just throwing up a no-hope pass, or he's trying to step up in the pocket and his feet are all tangled up. I mean, you can simplify the offense all you want, but those other guys on the defensive side, they're still going to make it difficult for you. They're still going to bring pressure. They're still going to bring heat, and how are you going to be able to handle it? And that part of it, that's on Bo. So,
how do you fix it?
How do you
help him? I mean, some of that stuff. You're right. I mean, I don't know if you can fix it. Things just have to slow down for him. Right. We haven't seen it that bad. Has it been that bad? I mean, we've seen bad. I think
in the Saints game last year, where in that first half he was like all over the place, footwork wise, and he settled down and he was better the rest of the way. But
we've seen him fix some of the issues he's had. Now, sometimes he does get out of the pocket a little bit early, feels pressure when maybe he didn't need to. But I think last night, I'm hoping it was just all of the bad stuff at once. And then, Bo's always shown, this is one of his great characteristics, is he's always shown the ability to bounce back after bad performances, bad throws, bad games. It doesn't let it linger and continue to get worse. That's what we've seen from him. I mean, remember last year he couldn't even. It's like we were panicking. He can't throw a wet ball.
He's shot putting it.
What is going on here? How can this guy not throw a wet ball? And then it started getting better. Then he had some games and he's still young, still developing, still trying to get better. Things still need to slow down for him. But you're right. The concerning thing is just being all out of sorts. Everything was just like, ooh, just seems like everything was moving so fast yesterday. When you would imagine when you're, your 28th start in the NFL, something like that it would start slowing down for you. Everything seems so sped up.
Well, the thing that concerns me
and you were at home. You were in a perfect
quiet,
environment,
right?
Yeah.
And this is what concerns me. Just talking about it from Bo's standpoint, is that, hey, he may have been the sixth quarterback taken, and there may have been other quarterbacks who the scouts liked more because of their physical skills, but the undeniable strength that Bo has, and it was certainly sold to us, was this guy, because of his experience in college, because of his age, this guy is smart. He processes really well. He sees the field. He knows what the opposing defenses are doing. He makes good decisions with the football, and he's accurate with the football. Did I basically just sum up the bullet points for, why Bo Nix was going to be a good quarterback here? Yes. So then you watch him play yesterday, and you see him get sped up. You see him look rattled. You see him seeing pressure that isn't there. You see sloppy footwork, inaccurate throws, balls that are sailing high, balls that are dirted. I mean, what concerns me is that those are supposed to be his strengths.
Right.
And right now they're glaring weaknesses. Now, how much of that is on Sean? How much of that is on Bo? That part of it I choose to put on Bo.
Are you doubting Bo now?
Long term? No,
yeah.
No. Nope.
Not at all.
Nope.
You feel great about it still. You feel just like you did before the season started?
Yep. I'm not a Bo-lever. Oh, AI Ty. At it again. AI Ty. That is a great
That is
nickname.
unbelievable. Right.
That is awesome. Ty is clearly the smartest of all of us. That I did say.
Yeah.
That I did say.
Oh.
That's not AI Ty.
Right.
That's just me spitting truth.
Yeah.
So.
You my man. I love you. I appreciate you.
All right. Well, keep that in mind. The next time you slander me with those wizard-like editing ways of yours.
Soft.
But no, I.
So you feel just the same. You can't, Mike. You just can't after watching what you watched last night. Come on.
I think it's all there.
There's no doubt at all?
No, I think it's
Even
all.
after last night.
This guy is not Drew Lock, okay? He's not Drew Lock. He's not Tim Tebow. Okay, I've seen enough of good Bo to still believe in what Bo can be long term. But hey, all I know is I'm going to watch. We're all going to watch it. We're going to be able to sit back, relax, and watch football this weekend. And you know what you're going to watch? You're going to watch Sam Darnold doing what he's doing in Seattle. You're going to watch Baker Mayfield doing what he's doing in Tampa. Certain degree, you're going to watch Jared Goff doing what he's in Detroit. And you know what you're going to realize? Those were all three quarterbacks who have bounced around because guess what? It takes a while for NFL quarterbacks to really develop. It takes a while.
Sometimes.
Most of the time.
Sometimes.
Most of the time. And certainly a year and a half into your NFL career, the list is very, very small of quarterbacks who clearly have shown they got to figure it out in a year and a half. So I think the worst thing to do would be to, throw the baby out with the bathwater here with Bo. I
don't know what that means.
That means you
I'm not throwing anything out.
You just decide, had enough.
No, you're not doing that.
Exactly. So
I'm still with you. I'm with you. You
just
have no other options anyway, Mike.
Well,
you don't.
You do have other options, but
no, you don't.
Well, you say you
no,
just.
You don't.
Well, no,
no
you just
not
say
right now.
You just decide.
You
just decide. Do you know I saw a mock draft? I'm not kidding. I saw a mock draft from USA Today. They already have one. They had the Broncos at like 28 taking Mateer, the quarterback from Oklahoma.
Stupid.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Is that Jared Bell? Is that Sean's two latte guy over there?
Not doing it. We're not even going down that road. No, but you have got to make it all about Bo next offseason. That's what it's got to be. Help Bo out as much as possible. You got to help him out.
Do we have
you
time?
have to help him out more.
Do we have time really quick to do our Survivor picks there, Johnny?
Do you guys have teams ready?
Sure.
Go ahead, Mike.
Me right away?
Oh, yeah, well, you said
right.
sure.
I'm going to pick a team, and you tell me, Johnny, really quick if I can use them or not.
Literally said he's ready, and then
I'll take the Panthers.
Woo!
Mark's Panthers.
You know what? As a show of solidarity, knowing that this is going to be his last Panther game.
Yeah. Jump on board.
I'm going to jump on board. Let's both take the Panthers over the Saints.
Oh, my God. You guys are just proving my point. All four of you picked the Panthers this week.
Oh, really?
Oh, really? Ty, you did too?
Yeah, I put my blind ballot in.
Yeah.
AI tie.
At 7-1.
AI tie. All right.
I think it was good to say AI tie. All right.
Everybody have a great weekend. Enjoy your football. Maybe you want to take a break.
You don't let Johnny guess?
Well, I don't know. He hates this. He hates this.
Seahawks. Just give me the Seahawks.
All right. There you go. Have a great weekend, everybody. Dover and Cecil coming your way next.
The offense and special teams left a lot to be desired. But the Denver Broncos defense proved once again why they're one of the best units in the NFL. Will Vance Joseph's crew continue to anchor the team through a pivotal stretch of games coming up? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Sneak here from my friends at O'Meara Ford, serving Denver, Colorado since 1913, over a century. From the moment you walk through the door, you're going to feel it, the welcome, the warmth, the honesty. At O'Meara Ford, you're not just buying a car, you're joining the family, you're part of the group. They're proud to be family-owned and operated for generation after generation after generation. They care about helping you find the right vehicle at the right price with zero pressure at all. And if you need service after the sale, they're certified technicians going to treat your car like it's their own, and they treat you like part of the family. They have one of the largest inventories in Denver, Colorado, with over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles. So whether you're shopping new, pre-owned, or just looking for honest advice, they've been serving Colorado for over 110 years. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. O'Meara Ford, welcome to the family. Come see why generations of Coloradans choose O'Meara Ford. Visit their showroom now at 104th and I-25 or online at O'MearaFord.com.
Hellsberg gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for mom. A gold bracelet to match the rings Danielle wears every day. And for dad, a new watch, because we all know he needs one. All right, this is going to be a good one.
Our favorite things for your favorite people. Shop in store at Hellsberg.com for up to 50% off.
Broncos!